big plays because they'll inch you along and they'll just gnaw at you. So that's going to be an interesting contrast.
We'd like to make note of what's transpiring right now. It's Hall of Fame weekend for Archbishop Rummel. 4 new members of the Archbishop Rummel Athletic Hall of Fame, which makes 80 overall. And the 4 this year, just terrific choices, all incredibly well-spoken and extremely successful in life and very grateful for everything that's transpired. Very inspiring speeches the other night on Thursday night when I was there. They include Timmy Nugent. Timmy, of course, pitched Rummel to the state championship in 5A in 1997. He was fantastic in that particular season. He was great his junior year in 1996 as well. Signed with LSU and pitched there for 4 years. Also, speaking of baseball, David Stokes, who was at Rummel when I was, graduated the year after me. Fantastic player. American Legion World Series participant. Best hitter on the team. All district, all metro. Player of the year in the metro area. And then went on to Tulane where he was a star for 4 years before being drafted twice by the Minnesota Twins and the Texas Rangers. Ended up playing in the Rangers organization. Football, Darius Wilson, class of 2001. 4-year starter at Archbishop Rummel. Terrific young man. Became a Wall Street broker after going to Bucknell University in the Ivy League. And a remarkable young man. Great to see him back here. Lives in Jersey now and still very successful in business. And he led Rummel to 2 undefeated district championships. And obviously, he's a young man that we remember very fondly who did a tremendous job at Archbishop Rummel. And then, of course, last but not least, Craig Stelz was the 4th member. And it goes without saying that Craig was a brilliant player and a guy that very interestingly is a guy that's done a fantastic job over the course of his time. Craig Stelz, of course, went on to play in the NFL for the Chicago Bears. Craig played at LSU where he was an All-American and went on to play at LSU. And he's been a tremendous player for a long time at all 3 levels. So all 4 of these guys richly deserving, Easton.
They are. All 4 of them are great young men. I had a long talk with David Stokes before I came up here. Just a wonderful person. And, Darius Wilson, I did some ball games with you guys with him, a great person. Tim Nugent, I knew him from pitching. Craig Stelz, though, only guy in Rummel history to have a jersey retired, football jersey. But also Craig Stelz is the godfather of my grandson, Craig. Is named after Craig Stelz, and that is a great honor for Jay and Craig, with that. But Kenny, I agree with you. All 4 of these guys richly deserve to be there. And not only did I hear from you, Ken, everybody else, that the speeches they gave were magnificent.
Yeah, outstanding. It's Archbishop Rummel and Jesuit coming up. We'll take a timeout. When we return, we'll hear from Rummel head coach Jay Roth. You were listening to Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and watching live at SportsNola.com.
Greetings, Raider fans. This is Congressman Steve Scalise, Rummel class of 1983, proudly representing the 1st Congressional District in the great state of Louisiana. Speaking of great, congratulations
to Coach Jay Roth and the Coach Roth for Jesuit in 3, 2, 1.
Best of luck in whipping the opposition in their quest for a 3rd title. Thank God Almighty, I'm a Raider. Raider pride.
Archbishop School thanks Steve Scalise for his support of Rummel Raiders football.
John Terrio, Archbishop Rummel High School class of 1979 and managing partner of Malcolm M. Dean, Certified Public Accountants. Our firm has been serving the Gulf South region for over 60 years. We assist our clients with tax compliance and auditing. We also serve as the CFO for many of our corporate clients. We have a specialized forensic accounting group that consults with attorneys on litigation matters. We are proud supporters of Archbishop Rummel High School and the Lasallian tradition. The mission is to educate each student according to the principles of the Catholic Church in the Lasallian tradition of faith, community, and service. Thank God Almighty, I'm a Raider.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time and encouragement our young athletes receive from teachers. Michael Dubuque, your Metairie and New Orleans Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones and Michael Dubuque are the proud sponsors of the Rummel Raiders football team on WGSO 990 AM. For all your investment needs, call Michael Dubuque at 885-6432 or visit him at 4437 Trenton Street in Metairie. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. Hey, Raiders fans. Take it to the house with Archbishop Rummel class of 1993 alumnus Brian McGinnis and Franklin American Mortgage. If you are buying or refinancing a home, Brian and the professionals at Franklin American Mortgage have the playbook you need to find the loan that's right for you and give you the all-pro service you deserve. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender. LO NMLS number 106973, company NMLS number 1599. Bears Po' Boys at Gennaro's at 3206 Metairie Road at Causeway is open Monday through Thursday from 11 to 8:30, Friday from 11 a.m. to 9:30, and Sunday from 11 to 3. Bears' signature roast beef po' boy is the best in the area. Make sure you add a cold barks and homemade onion rings. Bears has a great menu of specialty burgers as big as hubcaps. Gennaro's is now serving late-night food from 9 to 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights to complement our karaoke DJ. That's Bears Po' Boys at Gennaro's and Brian Abear. Rummel class of 83, Metairie Road at Causeway Boulevard in Metairie.
Ken Trahan with Rummel head coach Jay Roth. And Jay, another district game. That's the way you have to look at it. It's 1 week at a time, right?
It is. And we're glad to be where we are right now at 5-0, but our season starts tonight.
Yeah. Now, you know, the rest of the season, obviously, tougher opposition. With all due respect to the teams that you've played, the next 4 games will be against better teams by and large.
Yeah, just don't let records fool you. I mean, Jesuit 3-3 and St. All now at 3-4. Don't let records fool you. And you know, so I'm proud of what we've done up to this point. You know, I thought we've played well, but tonight's going to be a good game.
Jesuit's a team I know you have enormous respect for. You coached there at one point, and Mark Saunders, your good friend, and they're always a sound football team. They're not a team that's going to beat themselves. You have to beat them if you'd like to win.
Right. And the scary thing about them, Kenny, is that you can think you haven't stopped. And when the ref marks the ball, it's a 4-yard gain. And they'll do it 2 more times and they got a first down. You think you're doing something good. And they're driving down the field, eating up 8 minutes and, 15 plays. So they're just a big physical football team. And, we're going to have to get some service breaks and score some points.
Your biggest challenge tonight, is it being able to run the football at them? Or can you do that efficiently here tonight?
I don't know. Troy's one of the better defensive coaches I've gone up against in all my years. He reminds me of old Chubby Marks' brother Martin, because he does things that nobody else does with his tackles and ends loops and stunts up front, and it really gives you a lot of problems. So every year you got to find a way to attack him.
Well, last but not least, I know you're anxious to find out about your team. Your quarterback, Jacob Palmer, has really come on and improved on a weekly basis. And I know you're anxious to find out just how he'll respond, and some of the younger players will respond tonight.
Yeah, I think tonight's going to be different. We're going to be overmatched in some spots, and we're going to have to really play over our heads. So it'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, best of luck to you this evening.
All right, Kenny.
All right, that's Jay Roth, the head coach of the Raiders. We'll take a timeout here. When we return in just a moment, we'll set the stage for tonight's game and have the opening kickoff. This is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM at WGSO.com and watching live at SportsNola.com.
You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to play only offense or defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate Stan. Are you in good hands? Call Allstate agent Eddie Corcoran, class of 79 at 504-469-6400. Subject to availability and qualifications, Allstate Insurance Company, Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, and Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois. Crescent Power Systems, located at 129 Polk Street, is a proud sponsor of Rummel football. Crescent Power System represents top products including Toshiba, Alstom Grid, Distron, MTC, PowerCon, Lectris, Niagara, and Technibus. At Crescent Power Systems, the objective is to provide innovative, cost-effective engineered solutions, integrating world-class suppliers with our valued customers in a collaborative partnership. Matt Colasino, class of 75, and Crescent Power Systems are a proud supporter of the Raiders in their quest for a state championship. Go to CrescentPower.com. Hey, Raiders fans. Take it to the house with Archbishop Rummel class of 1993 alumnus Brian McGinnis and Franklin American Mortgage. If you are buying or refinancing a home, Brian and the professionals at Franklin American Mortgage have the playbook you need to find the loan that's right for you and give you the all-pro service you deserve. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender. LO NMLS number 106973, company NMLS number 1599. Nick Impastato and Acacia Financial Group have a vast portfolio of financial vehicles for your business and personal needs. Tax-favored, non-qualified retirement plans, group benefits, individual and group health, life and disability insurance, and more. Nick Impastato, Rummel class of 68, president and general agent of Acacia Financial Group, is a proud sponsor of Rummel football. Acacia Financial Group, helping clients solve their financial puzzles. Archbishop Rummel thanks the Bono Law Firm for supporting Rummel Raider athletics. John Bono, class of 69, and Michael Bono, class of 95, have handled personal injury and accident cases for 38 years. Bono Law Firm is conveniently located on Causeway Boulevard in Metairie and will come to you. If you are hurt in an accident, call Bono Law Firm for a free consultation. No recover, no fee at 504-835-9909. That's 504-835-9909.
And our national anthem from the Archbishop Rummel High School Band. Ken Trahan along with Easton Roth and Rick Gailey as we get set for football here tonight. Archbishop Rummel and Jesuit. Rummel will be adorned in their red look tonight. Red jerseys, red pants, white helmets with the familiar R emblazoned. Jesuit in their road white look tonight. White helmets, white shirts, white pants, blue numerals across the front. And the J on the helmet for Jesuit. Captains will meet at the center of the field momentarily. The Raider captains will include Armand Cox, who, by the way, is playing center tonight. So Rummel using a third center this year. And Shahid Reese, along with Derek Munson and David Mosley, the other captains for the Raiders. And for the Blue Jays, Peyton Cox makes his way to the center of the field, along with Christian Marks. Also for Jesuit, Matt McMahon. And the fourth Blue Jay captain is Marshall Lee. So the captains meeting, coin toss will take place. And I'll tell you about the weather conditions. It's fair skies, which means clear. 79 degrees, pleasant. There is a breeze. The wind is out of the east at 9, so it's mostly blowing across toward us as compared to north or south. So to choose the wind will be interesting here tonight for either coach because it's really a crosswind. I'm not sure that it anticipates either team gaining an advantage in that particular arena. Jesuit has won the toss, and they have deferred. So Rummel's going to get the ball first here to start the game tonight. Okay, so Rick Gailey, what do you see tonight as the key for Rummel if they want to win this football game?
Can you impose your will on the other team? Can you make them do what they don't want to do or are not very good at? Rummel defensively has got to make Jesuit try to make explosive plays.
Right.
You can't let them drive the field, so you try to get them behind the chains and force them into trying to make explosive plays. On the other hand, Jesuit's got to get pressure on the quarterback. It's going to be very difficult for Rummel to run the ball, so is Rummel going to be willing to spread the ball around early in the game?
Well, we'll get Easton's thoughts in a moment, but the fourth member of our broadcast team tonight is Andres Fuentes, an Archbishop Rummel graduate who patrols the sideline tonight. And Andres, it's great to have you with us. Good evening to you. What's the pulse down there? Go ahead, Andres. Andres, you hear me? Okay, he's not hearing me, so that's okay. We'll get back to him. Easton, your thoughts?
I agree with Rick, too. You know, Jesuit's always given Rummel problems year after year, and they seem to play their best against Rummel, especially Rummel has been having trouble moving a ball against them except last year's playoff game. You know, but I agree with Rick. The team that's going to force the team to do something they do not want to do or they're not very good at, I think it's the team that's going to be most effective. And, of course, Rick, the kicking game can also be a big factor tonight in this football game.
Right off the bat, Rummel has got to anticipate not only the ability of making a deep kick return, but any type of squib, surprise
Jesuit
onside
will kick the ball in the gap frequently. Chanove to kick it off for the Blue Jays. And there it is, a pop-up kick. Short, fair catch called for and taken at the 25. That's well coached. Rummel will start from its own 25. Francione received it for the Raiders, and they'll start from their own 25-yard line with Jacob Palmer, the quarterback, who comes in this game with some good-looking numbers on the year. 39 of 56, 830 yards, 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 3 touchdowns rushing. They'll have Dwan Trufant in the backfield and Kyrell Jackson, depending on which one starts. As mentioned, the center tonight is Armand Cox. Casey Manning moves to tackle. We'll see Glenn Brock, Ronald Sparacello, Ronald Ross up front as well. David Mosley, the tight end. Receivers Jamar Chase, Evan Francione, Jeremy Walker, and Cole Young. 4 receivers set on first down. Palmer, the snap, wants to throw a bubble screen outside. It's caught in the backfield at the 20 to the line of scrimmage. Chase, and he gets up to about the 24. Didn't really lead him with the throw. He had to reach back for it a little bit, so it slowed him down, but he was able to get forward. It's 2nd and 6.
You know, talking to Rummel coaches, they feel this one thing they have to do is get to the outside, Rick. They feel with screens and bubble screens you saw right there, Jesuit gives you the outside a lot, and that's where they feel like they have to go, and they went to it in the first play.
They have to dislocate the front 7, make them run sideline to sideline.
And get the ball at Jamar Chase.
Yes.
Yeah.
2nd down and
no
6.
doubt.
Rummel at their own 24. Wide side, left side of the field. Speed sweep is coming with Walker. He's in trouble in the backfield. He'll go down. Got a yard, that's all. Well pursued by Jesuit, well defensed by Jesuit. And it's a yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Jacob Baxter was there for the Blue Jays. Hunter Faust there as well. And 3rd down and 5 for Rummel at the 30-yard line.
You know, Rummel's averaging 36 points per game, but Jesuit only giving up 12 points per game. And I don't think Rummel's seen the defense yet this year as good as the one you see in the team tonight in the Jesuit Blue Jays and Solly White. They're going to get after you, okay? And they're going to pursue well from sideline to sideline.
It's 3rd and 5 at the 30-yard line. Opening possession of the game. 4 receivers set, twins right. Motion left, Cole Young. Snap to Palmer, 3-man rush. Stepping up, Palmer, looking, directing traffic, throwing. It's caught. Well done by Palmer. And a first down to the 40-yard line. Boy, he kept his poise beautifully, directed traffic, and hit Jeremy Walker. And against the 3-man rush, Rick, that's what you want to see.
That's right. Jesuit decides to go nickel on that with 3 down linemen and 5 defensive backs. So that gave Palmer time. The offensive line did a nice job of spreading out that 3-man rush, allowing Palmer to step up and hit the curl route.
Right, Tess, a good job by Walker finding an open spot, too, in that Jesuit defense. As Palmer was scrambling around, you know, he ran to where Palmer was and made an easy throw. Williams in the game now for the Raiders. Maybe might see the first run of the game.
Kyrell Jackson in the backfield. He'll get the
say.
call. He has a hole at the 45. Broke a tackle, 50. Cuts back, 40. He's at the 30. 25, 20, 15, 10. Down at about the 7-yard line is Kyrell Jackson with a 1st and goal for the Rummel Raiders. Great pursuit by Jesuit prevents the touchdown. Big run by Jackson. They mark him out at the 9. So it's going to be 1st and goal, a gain of 51.
And I tell you what, Rummel offensive coaches have to have a big smile on their face right there. First running play. Huge hole opened up by the Rummel offensive line. That'll bring some smiles immediately to the Rummel offensive staff.
Well, you get them spread out sideline to sideline. They stayed in nickel. And the Raiders had a numerical advantage running inside their back to their 4-man front.
1st and goal from the 9. Wide side, right side of the field. Palmer with Trufant behind him. Takes the snap.
Blitz.
And he's going to be hit and drop for a big loss. I mean, Jesuit blitzed, and they were all over it, and they hit Trufant for a big loss back to the 13, a loss of 4. Great job by the Blue Jays. They guessed right, and they nailed Trufant for a loss.
Well, the big thing there right there, Rick, you could see he was blitzing, he was coming. So that was just a mental mistake by the Rummel offensive line. They let him through free. He's coming right up the B gap just about.
Yeah, the backside where they're pulling the guard, they're trying to run there. 26 power and pulling the backside guard, and he did not. Rummel did not secure the backside A or B gap with reach block.
And it's 2nd and goal from the 13 now. Raiders with Trufant in the backfield. Traub, the fullback, slotted right side behind the right tackle, faking it. Palmer, he's under heavy pressure. He's going to get it off and just throw it out of the end zone. Smart move. So Palmer, decked as he let it go, was under backside pressure immediately for Jesuit from number 49, Chase Adamsowitz. And it's going to be 3rd and goal.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Jesuit coming with pressure. I felt that they had to put pressure on the Rummel quarterback. That time they did. The last 2 plays they blitzed. That time the backside pressure came again. Ring the body picked him up. Lucky he went sack for a loss.
Yeah, that was an edge rush off the left side of the Rummel offensive line. Rummel's got to be equipped for that and get the ball out quickly because it means that there's going to be single coverage somewhere, and if this is single coverage all the way across.
And a 4-receiver set on 3rd and goal, and motion by Young into the formation to the left side. Blitz is coming. Palmer gets it. Fade route for Chase. He's knocked down. That's an automatic flag.
Yeah.
So great isolation. Rummel got exactly what they were looking for. Their best player against a significantly smaller player on the outside, and the interference really prevents a touchdown. That's on Michael Hull. An easy call to make against the Blue Jays, no question about that. And penalty will be half the distance to the goal.
And they felt that number 5 for Jesuit likes to roll up and play you right in the face. So they put the big boy against him right there, and he doesn't pass interference. It'll be a touchdown.
Right. It's good interference. Great play by Jesuit because there's no automatic first down here.
That's right.
So that's something I'm sure they coach. You want to do that. Make sure you don't give it up. So the penalty to the 6. 3rd and goal from the 6.
It was very easy to see with 4 wide receivers that Jesuit was in cover 0.
And they've got the same setup right now.
Same thing right here.
So Rummel's got to look to Chase again, you would think. 3 receivers left. Chase to the right.
Could be a post
Palma
route.
with the blitz coming. They look for Chase on the slant. He overthrew him. Boy, he had him. And Palma got decked, but you got to make that throw. He's there for the touchdown. He missed it.
You could see right there, they were going with the slant. From the get-go, they were going for the slant just to where they were lined up. He had him wide open. It's a bad throw.
That's a win for the Jesuit defenses. Rummel should have been able to score there, and they weren't able to do so. And now Connor Perrette will come on to try a 23-yard field goal with an angle to the left. Make it 24 yards. So here's Perrette from 24. Snap is good, spot is good. The kick is up, and Perrette has knocked it through. Timeout on the field, 8:39 to play in the first quarter. It's Rummel 3, Jesuit nothing. Back in just a moment. This is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM at WGSO.com and watching live at SportsNola.com.
Located in Metairie, AWS Insurance serves the entire Gulf Coast region, providing insurance protection coverage for residential and commercial properties, as well as individual and group policies. We offer unparalleled coverage in homeowners, car, flood, health, and life insurance policies for individuals, families, and can handle all of your commercial needs. Visit
at 504-835-9909. That's 504-835-9909.
Good opening drive for Rummel. Produces a field goal to make it 3-0. Perrette's kicking off, and it's returnable at about the 8-yard line. Upfield to the 10, 15, and spilled at about the 21. On the return for Jesuit was number 17, Colin Cullivan, and a nice job by Caleb Powell, the Rummel defensive back, on the coverage, and Jesuit will get the ball first, starting from its own 21-yard line. Denny McGinnis will be the quarterback, took over 2 weeks ago, and he's thrown the ball well since coming on for the original start of this year. Alex Watermeyer for the Blue Jays. Connor Pruitt, the running back, is their main cog, no question. He's been there for 3 years. Good player, strong.
Big
Blue Jays will have twin receivers to either side, but a tight formation pretty much here, including a fullback.
Huge offensive line for the Jesuit Blue Jays. They got to try and run it right at
On
Rummel.
1st and 10 at the 21, they run Pruitt to the right. Pruitt is shaking a tackle. He's at the 25 and upfield to about the 29. Good start for Jesuit. A gain of about 8 yards for Pruitt before he's tackled on the play by Wayne Roussel.
20 points a game. The Blue Jays are averaging on the offense. 8 points Rummel's giving up per game on defense. But, I know Coach Roth was very worried about the size of the Jesuit offensive line. And that way, broke a tackle, the line of scrimmage, picked up big yards.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3 from the 28.
Unbalanced line.
Wide side, left side of the field. They'll go to the short side, fake it, and tackle for a loss. So in the backfield, Pruitt tackled immediately. He didn't have anywhere to go this time around. And that was actually Michael Torrey on the carry. So that was Torrey on the carry.
Good defense that time.
You had the tight end and the twin receivers all to the right side, which happened to be the short side of the field as well. And Rummel did a nice job of adjusting their defense to that and throwing the Jays for a loss.
So a loss of 4 to the 24, and it's 3rd down and 7. 3 receivers set. Pruitt in the backfield. And here's McGinnis with a quick throw to the outside. It's caught, but he's short of a first down. Didn't run the route with enough depth, and he's going to be short by a yard or 2. Pass is caught by Morgan. But you got to run the route to the sticks, don't you?
Right.
Well, the ball took him away from the sticks. He was right about there. He was a little bit short, but just about there. But the
back.
ball took him back into the outside. That's fear of throwing it into coverage. And the Rummel defensive backs have been opportunists so far, so he was throwing it away from the defense. Forced the receiver to come back and come up short of the first down.
5 yards in a punt situation for the Blue Jays. Punt is away. Kicks it away from Munson. Going to bounce and go sideways, and Rummel's going to get good field position outside their own 40-yard line. Should be about the 43. So the Rummel defense gets a 3 and out, and the Rummel offense back on the field with 7:08 to play in the first quarter. And the Raiders up 3-0, and Rummel will start from its own 43-yard line.
And Rick, that first series of defense for the Jesuit Blue Jays, they showed me that they're not afraid to gamble. Okay, they're going to take their shots and blitz people and all, play a little man-to-man at times with Rummel, and it worked pretty successfully on that first series.
They blitzed when they got back up. They didn't do any blitzing here in the open field. We're going to see if they're going to try to carry that out, because here this is cover one. Now it's man with a free safety. There's probably not going to be any blitzing here.
Jesuit shifting around, motion chase on first down, faking Palma. Buys time. He's going to look deep down the middle of the field. Jump ball coming, incomplete. Nice job of breaking it up for the Blue Jays by number 45, who made the play, and that was Christian Marks.
That was a great play by Christian Marks. He stayed with the ball, stayed with the receiver all the way, and just did a great job. Rummel went for it all. They looked for a while like they might get him, but Marks was just in the right spot, did a great job.
Had a receiver open, running right down the middle of the field, but he was so far down the field, he had to put some arc on the ball to get it there, and the
took a while.
He was able to break it up.
2nd and 10, Raiders at their own 43. Palma with a 4 receivers set again. 3 to the left. They isolate Chase to the right, and they run it. Right side, it's open. Jackson at the 50. Gets a block, 45, 40. First down, Raiders. Terrell Jackson. Tackle well out of bounds, but no call there, and he's at the 39-yard line of Jesuit with a first down. Jackson had a big game against Jesuit last year.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's not unusual to watch Terrell Jackson have a good game against Jesuit. Some teams you just match up with.
Yeah.
It's the look of the jerseys or the opposition or whatever the style. He's had a big night on his 2 carries so far.
Rick, if he'd have cut back toward the middle
for Rummel, and a late flag.
Oh,
wow. Late flag comes down against Darryl McDaniel, will give Jesuit a first down. I mean, he had blanket coverage on the play.
Yeah, that was kind of late.
That was from way far away. That's the back judge, the deepest of all the 7 officials, felt that he probably had his left hand on his back as he was reaching around with his right.
Hey.
That's going to give Jesuit 15 big ones and a first down, their first down of the game, to their own 42-yard line.
Another unique thing about pass interference, it's 15 yards, period.
Yes.
Or half the distance.
Unless it's
to the
half the
goal,
distance.
I just said half the distance going the other way. But even if it's a 3-yard pass, it's a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
If it's pass interference behind the line, it's a 3-yard penalty.
So Jesuit moves the chains, gets good field position, 1st and 10. At the 42, 4:01 to play first quarter, 3-0 Rummel. Counter play Pruitt. Pruitt step through 1, step through 2, and he gets 5 yards, and that's not what Rummel wants to see.
Not at all. But
to find running room. You give him 4 to the 46.
You give Pruitt any kind of little opening right there. He's going to make you miss tackles. So he's a big, strong-looking kid. Credit the Jesuit offensive line. Hey, they're going to block you, okay? They're blocking a Rummel front.
2nd down and 6 from the 46. It's the strength of the Jesuit football team. Is its offensive line, which is outstanding. Corey Dublin probably the best at left tackle. 2nd and 6. Jesuit breaking the huddle late and trying to confuse Rummel here with 2-back set and just a straight keeper. And a cutback from McGinnis. Escaped 1 tackle. Goes down at about the 48, picks up 2. So McGinnis getting 2 yards there before he's brought down. 97, Zach White was there for the Raiders.
Rick, I've been seeing this right here. Quarterbacks keeping it running like this, like a sweep in a lot of games. Is that something, a new twist we're seeing in football these days?
Yeah, the new twist going back on the single wing.
Yeah,
it's a single wing
same
power
thing.
play.
You're right.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
The tailback.
Here's
I've seen a lot of it. Rick.
3rd down and 4. Jesuit at its own 48 is 2:50 and counting first quarter. 3-0 Rummel on top. 3 receivers set from McGinnis. 4-man defensive front. He'll throw the quick one outside. Overthrew his man. That's a timing throw, and he just threw it a little bit too soon, it appeared, before his receiver, Loria, could get turned up to field and squared up to see the ball.
Tell you what, he had a good block to the outside. If he could have got to the football, he'd have picked up some yards.
Well, thus far in this game, it really has the look of whichever quarterback can play well enough, because there's some things there, but quarterbacks have to execute. And we haven't seen that by and large thus far, other than 1 throw by Palmer early in the game for a first down.
Rummel's got to figure out a way to give Palmer some protection. Okay.
Punt is away. Wobbly spiral. Fair catch call for Munson, takes it near the 20. So a nice job on the punt by Jake Chenove and a good job by Munson to field it. Rummel will start its 3rd possession from its own 20 with 2:36 to play in the first quarter. Raiders up 3-0.
Rummel playing it safe on their punt return, making sure that the punter punts it, but not putting any pressure on him. And it was an immediate fair catch by Munson down the field. So Rummel is simply trying to make sure that they secure the football.
First and 10 Raiders at their own 20, and Palmer will set up in shotgun with 2 receivers left. Mosley tucked in left side. Palmer the snap. Going to run a counter play, and he dropped the ball. Jesuit recovers. Fumble by Rummel. Jesuits on the football. Critical mistake.
Yep, that was an unforced error. It looked like they were going to fake the ball on the jet sweep to the outside and then hand the ball inside. And the ball, they're talking about it right now on the sideline. It appears that the ball never got into the stomach of the ball carrier, that it may have been on his hip, and it went directly to the ground.
I think he was trying to get to the outside with the ball, Rick, and I think he kept the ball too long on the outside guy, and then would try to give it to the guy coming back to the inside. It hit him on the hip, and it was just in great field position.
At the Rummel 17-yard line, with a chance to perhaps take the lead here with a very short field. On 1st and 10. McGinnis gives to Pruitt, bounced it outside, shook 1, shook 2, shook 3.
Pruitt's
can't put him down. He gets about 4 or 5 on a play that should have got nothing. Tackled by Thurman. Good run by Connor Pruitt.
Look at Connor Pruitt in 6 games. You know, he's carried the ball 130 times, so he's the guy that they're going to go to. And at 6 foot, 200 pounds, you inside Rummel's 20-yard line, you want to give it to Connor Pruitt.
2nd down and 6 from the Rummel 13.
If I was Jesuit right here, I wouldn't even think about throwing the football right here.
Have a tight end in the backfield as a fullback.
On 2nd and 6, McGinnis, the snap, and a run it inside. Pruitt's deck this time. Great penetration by Derek Munson, who was blitzing, and he puts Pruitt down, maybe a loss of a yard.
once again running to the right-hand side of the Jesuit offense, going behind Cameron Mayhew and Corey Dublin. And a name we're familiar with, Easton Richard Besselman at center.
Yeah, I'm very, very familiar with that.
Exactly. So
we are familiar with that name.
So
Rick.
here's a big third down from the 14-yard line and 7 yards to go. Jesuit with a receiver right, a receiver left. Tight end slotted right. Bruin in the backfield. Motion right. And they fake the draw. McGinnis rolls right. He has time. He throws. It's broken up. Andre Deneau read it all the way. And boy, if he comes up with that, forget it. But made a great play nonetheless, as the pass was intended for number 86, Bryce Musso. And a great play by Deneau will force the Jesuit field goal attempt.
I tell you, that's a great play by Jesuit. I mean, Deneau picked it up, but I mean, if all the action went to the left and run across all the way across the field, Rick. I mean, that's good defense.
It was a great play by Deneau because he had to carry the receiver from one side to the other. That was a receiver went in long motion across the field. Deneau followed him all the way across the field and then broke.
Well, a good angle for Chenove here, middle of the field, and he's very good. 31-yard attempt to try to tie it. Snap is good, spot is good. Kick is up, he's hit it hard, he's hit it high, and he's missed it left. So a big stop for Rummel, and Chenove, who's normally reliable, misses from 31 yards, and the Raiders get a big stop there, guys.
Both kicks have been missed in the downwind direction. It's just a breeze. It feels like there's not much looking at the sock across, but that one got pulled to the left, and the Rummel kick in the opposite direction went to the right. So perhaps the wind is more of a factor on place kicks than we think.
Well, it's a crosswind at 9 miles an hour, so it's not to be sneezed at.
And also, you know, a little nerves might play a little part in this also, Coach Gailey.
Yes, that's always a factor.
Yeah. 1st and 10, Rummel at its own 20. Trufant in the backfield, and he'll get the ball and he'll be hit immediately. May have gotten a yard. He was decked immediately for Jesuit. 98 for the Blue Jays was there. Barry Gansey, the sophomore, to put him down. 2nd and 9.
It's very crucial right here for Rummel to make a first down, to move the ball a little bit right here. Jesuit and come right back with the ball in great field position again.
Yeah, you need to get some momentum offensively. The Raiders have shown flashes, but they've got to get more consistency in moving the football. Once again, they got to get Jesuit running sideline to sideline.
I agree there.
2nd down and 9 from the 21.
Jackson's in the game now.
3 receivers set. Jackson in the backfield. Fake by Palma. Wants to throw heavy pressure. He's going to get sacked. Just a jailbreak. Not one white shirt, but 2 white shirts all over him. And the sack for Jesuit by 96, Matthew Frischards, as the Blue Jay defensive front starts to flex its muscle.
Well, all season long, the big thing we said for Rummel was the offensive line. And right now, the offensive line is just being dominated by the front of Jesuit. Other than 2 nice runs, it's been all Jesuit on
And that's
defense.
the end of the first quarter with our score. Rummel 3 and Jesuit nothing. Back in just a moment. This is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and you're watching at SportsNola.com.
Raymond's Jewelry and Kenner. I'm a proud graduate of Rummel High School, class of 7.
From its own 14-yard line. And Palma will have Trufant in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, wants to throw. Stops. He's just going to gun it deep downfield for Chase. No chance. Incomplete. I mean, he just threw the ball before Chase even got out there. And a little bit shaky right now.
Well,
and that's not unexpected given the experience or lack thereof to this particular point in time against a defense such as this.
Yeah, that time Jesuit goes 3-3 nickel, 3 down linemen with 3 linebackers, and that means somebody's coming from somewhere. And it's a good idea to throw it at number 1, but you got to give him a chance at the ball.
Right.
If he's inside the corner, the ball's got to come inside.
Well, it will be Connor Perrette standing at his goal line to punt it away. Jesuit has Ashton Loria standing near midfield. Good snap. Punt is away. Wobbly spiral. Fair catch called for and taken at the Rummel 46 by Loria. So great field position for Jesuit. They get the ball on the plus side of the field for the second straight time. And the Rummel defense will be asked to defend a short field yet again with 11:47 to play in the half. And Rummel leading 3-0.
You know, Rick, whatever Rummel game plan was an offense, when they came into the game today with the offensive line, they got to change it. They have to make some changes some kind of way because they got too many guys running free, okay?
Right.
So you've got to make some changes with that offensive
Jesuit
front.
has figured them out. I mean, they've made adjustments already, and they're good.
Yeah.
1st and 10 of the 45 of Rummel for the Blue Jays. McGinnis with Pruitt in the backfield. Takes the snap. Gives to Pruitt inside right. He's in a run into a lot of traffic, but they still can't get him down. Finally drag him down after he manages to fight forward for a yard.
Strong
He's
runner.
tough. He's tough. Brule was there. Also there was 99, Glenn Thurman, and a whole bunch of other red shirts. You got to wrap him up.
Very, very patient runner. He doesn't mind getting right behind his offensive lineman, and as the scrum moves forward, he'll move forward as well. So his patience along with his strength serve him very well.
2nd down and 9 from the Rummel 44-yard line. Jesuit goes with a 3-receiver set. McGinnis with Pruitt next to him in the backfield. McGinnis the snap, fakes it's going to throw it outside. That time he leads Loria, who caught it, but a good job defensively. Still fighting forward for a couple extra yards on the play was Loria, but a good play by, looked like Munson out there, who was there reading it and reacted very well. Or was that Jacoby Jones? That's Jones. That's Jacoby Jones who read it.
Good
Still
job.
a gain of the 40 to the 39, a gain of 5.
Good job of the quarterback reading. That quarterback drive back, he just threw it right to the wide receivers wide open. Big 3rd down play for the Raiders here.
So 3rd down, 4 yards to go at the Rummel 39. Could be 4 down territory.
Oh, yeah.
McGinnis, the snap, is going to roll to the right. McGinnis stops, looks to throw back, and does, and it's caught, and it's open. Pruitt at the 35-30. Got a block, 25-20. Pruitt's gone. Touchdown Jesuit, and the Blue Jays take the lead. 6-3 on a perfectly executed throwback pass. 39 yards, and the Blue Jays break on top.
That was a nice catch and run by Pruitt. The credit goes to the quarterback, Coach Gale. He held that ball to the last minute like it looked he was going to take a sack and got rid of it. Pruitt had all the ammunition he needed, all the white jerseys in front of him, and walked in. He
really sold the sprint, and the lineman sold the protection, and then they set up a picket line down the left side. It was a throwback screen to Pruitt. Good pressure. The Raiders looked like they were going to have a chance initially, but the Jesuit offensive line especially had positioned themselves so well they were able to pick them off.
Beautifully executed screen play.
Yeah, you can't do it any better than that. I'm not sure what the officials are talking about here. They're looking to the sideline and talking to Jesuit coaches. It might be an official that has a problem. I'm not sure exactly what the issue is, and that's what it is. I think they're going to tend to an official who has a physical issue of some sort. He's standing up.
And he's more on the left side. He's on the left hash mark, the visitor's hash mark. So the Jesuit training staff in mass is over there attending to him.
Take care of him, man.
Just a beautifully executed play. And McGinnis had a guy right in his face and had to throw it back, and he couldn't have made a better throw. Of course, he got it to the right guy, Pruitt. Just a really good football player.
I give McGinnis credit because he stood in there, like Rick said, he sold it all the way. And at the last minute before he really got nailed, just got rid of it. And it's a perfectly executed play by Jesuit. But again, Coach Gailey, you can't give a team like Jesuit great field position continually because they're going to put points on the board.
Yes, indeed. That's all certainly a part of it, but you get them in 3rd and long, and you've got to be aware that something out of the ordinary can happen because they're not a very good throw the ball down the field football team, and especially when their best player is leaking out to the left-hand side while the quarterback is sprinting to the right.
Something might be going on.
That has to be an alert. But then that awareness can get trumped by great execution. So now it looks like everything is okay.
Yep, and Chanot will try the extra point to try to make it a 7-3 game for the Blue Jays. He'll do so out of the hold of McGinnis. The thing McGinnis has done is completed a high percentage of his passes, and he hasn't turned the ball over since he took over as the starting quarterback for Jesuit.
Well, he was 20 for 23 coming to the game. That's
exactly.
a pretty high percentage.
That's what I said. Snap is good, spot is good, kick is up, and Chanot has knocked it through. Time out of the field, 10-14 to play in the half. Jesuit 7, Rummel 3. This is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM at WGSO.com and through SportsNola.com.
Greetings, Raider fans. This is Congressman Steve Scalise, Rummel class of 1983, proudly representing the 1st Congressional District in the great state of Louisiana. Speaking of great, congratulations.
That's why Edward Jones and Michael Dubuque are proud sponsors of the Rummel Raiders football team on WGSO 990 AM. For all your investment needs, call Michael Dubuque at 885-6432 or visit him at 4437 Trenton Street in Metairie. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
10-14 to play in the half, and it is 7-3. Jesuit on top of Rummel. Ken Trahan, Easton Roth, Rick Gailey with you. Andres Fuentes is patrolling the sidelines right now. And Andres, can you hear me down there? Because if you can hear me, we're going to check you out, okay? He's saying we're delayed earlier, and it doesn't look like he's hearing me now. I've already tried to address that, but I'll watch him and see what happens. So, Andres, if you hear me, just acknowledge me, and we'll check in with you. If not, then we won't be able to do so. Jesuit's going to kick it off. All right, there he is. We are in delay, by the way. There is no doubt about it, and he just heard us. So, Andres, go ahead. Okay, well, obviously he's hearing us in delay. That goes without saying, as I said earlier. So, Jesuit will kick it off from the 40-yard line. He's reacting 7 seconds later, which tells me everything I need to know. So, Chanot's going to kick it off, and Rummel will have Jeremy Walker in a deep position. Jamar Chase on the other side, but Jesuit very seldom kicks the ball deep. And here's the kickoff. And it is again a pooch kick in the middle. You got to come get it. Francione does, and he's going to return this. 30, 35, 40. What a move. Evan Francione in midfield. 45-40. Great return by Francione. Wow, what a terrific return by Evan to about the 36-yard line. He's such a good athlete. First, he makes a great catch, and then he just hits the seam and goes.
That's what you have to do. If a team is going to kick the ball short, you've got to attack it.
Right.
And don't just settle. The fair catch on the first was appropriate, is a little higher. Good read by Francione that time, and a good setup of blockers as well, taking the short kick and attacking the coverage.
But Rick, Jeff just about outran the kick. Good job of him. You saw it. He just ran right at him, Rick. And I'm with you. That's the danger of a little short kick like that, because sometimes your coverage doesn't break down. And Francione he didn't score.
Rummel gets the ball at the Jesuit 39, so they have a short field to work with. It will be Trufant in the backfield with a receiver to either side on 1st and 10. And Palma wants to throw on 1st down. He does. He's going to throw it deep for Chase. Turns around, caught it at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jamar Chase. Got the ball to Chase in space. That's a matchup he's going to win all day. And Rummel retakes the lead on a 39-yard touchdown pass from Palma to Chase.
And Coach Gailey, we've been kind of knocking a Rummel offensive line a little bit early in this game, but that time Jesuit came in a loop inside, and the offensive line picked it up and gave Palma the chance to get the ball to Chase.
And Chase ran a much better route than on the deep ball to the right side. He got outside the cornerback instead of inside the cornerback, and that makes the go route a much more effective play when you out-leverage the corner to the outside.
Extra point attempt by Perrette coming up. Snap, spot, kick is on the way. He's got it up, and he's got it good. 9:53 to play in the first half. It's now Rummel 10, Jesuit 7. That was a quick answer, guys.
Love the one-play drive.
One-play drive, a lot of action, but the big thing I saw in there was that Rummel picked up the loop that time, and that gave Palm a chance to stay in that pocket. But I tell you, the matchup, Jeff's going to have to change. They can't cover number one with the guy they got covering him. Okay?
Well, when they've got him split wide like that, and they got everybody else isolated on the other side, Jesuit's got to roll a safety to that side. There is no way that they're going to survive that matchup tonight if they leave it that way.
They're not going to survive.
They've got to. That means they have to change the structure of their defense.
Right.
Okay. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That's not just a law of physics. It's also a law of football.
Yeah.
So Jesuit's going to have to change it. And they're capable of doing that.
No doubt about
it. But they've got to change their thinking on early downs and not have 7 people. Or even 8 people close to the line of scrimmage trying to stunt and twist.
And also, Rick, he's going to get the quick slant or the quick post, too, right off of that. Because he can move that fake to the outside and break to the middle where there's no one there.
Yeah, he is the nightmare. And we talked about it in our discussions before the game. He's got to touch at least 2 passes a quarter and another one carry each quarter as well. 3 times a quarter.
Colin Cullivan is deep along with Bryce Musso for Jesuit. Perret has it teed up left hash mark. Raiders up 10-7 now. And Perret hits it high, but not deep at all. That's short. At the 10, Musso. At the 15, at the 20, at the 25, 26-yard line. Well, we know Perret has the leg to get it deep. I wonder if that's by design or if he just got under it a little bit.
None of his kicks have come close to the end zone. The last couple of games, everything has been into the end zone.
Right, and both of them have been to the right. That he tees the ball to the right of center, and he's kicking it to the numbers. Perhaps there's been such an emphasis of trying to place the football on the kickoffs that he's not really turning himself loose.
Yeah.
Jesuit starts from its own 27. 9:46 to play in the half. Rummel's up 10-7. Pruitt in the backfield with McGinnis. 3 receivers set on first down. Pruitt gets the call running right. He has room. He's at the 30, fights forward to about the 33. That thing almost popped wide open. He still got 6, but there was a gap there.
Good reaction by the Rummel defense. I thought he was going to get a lot more than that, but good reaction by the Rummel linebackers closed in on him pretty fast.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of plays so far that looked like they weren't much and getting 5 or 6 yards. This would look like it was going to pop huge, and he got 5 or 6 yards.
Exactly.
But hey,
2nd and 4 at the 33.
Jay Ross said, hey, they can 5 and 6 yards you to death, Jesuit.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Well, Rummel's strength, unquestionably, it's linebackers.
Yeah.
2nd and 4 from the 33. McGinnis, the snap, fakes it, wants to throw it outside. He does. It's caught, but in trouble immediately and down for a very short gain on the play. As Jacoby Jones was there to react to the pass to Elijah Morgan.
I tell you, good job of Jacoby Jones. The pass was completed, but, I mean, Jacoby Jones right on him, made the tackle, and held him to a minimal gain. And that's what you want from your cornerbacks. Make the tackle.
Yeah, that way you can stay one-on-one. You don't need help.
Yep.
So here's a big 3rd down. 3rd down and 3 from the 34. Got to believe Pruitt gets the ball, right?
I'd give it to Pruitt. I wouldn't even hesitate.
3 against a 4-man front. Rummel blitzing a linebacker, rolling away from it is McGinnis. Stops, looks, throws, man open, caught. First down. He had room, and he caught it. First down up to the 40. That's Musso. Nice job by McGinnis. Playing off of the receiver was Petey. He makes the tackle on a first down, Jesuit.
I tell you, McGinnis has impressed me. He looks pretty solid. I know you said he just took over a couple of weeks ago, but I can see why he's the starting quarterback. He's running that offense just the way you want it to be run.
Yes, indeed. Very controlled passing game, but that certainly was interesting. 3rd and 3, they come out throwing.
And they rolled away from the blitzing linebacker.
That surprised me.
First down and 10 from the 41.
Had movement there.
And there's a little movement before the snap, so that'll blow this dead. Jesuit had a different running back in the game, and Willie Robinson. And that'll be a false start. 5-yard penalty on the Blue Jays as their 2nd infraction for 12 yards.
This game's moving along. 8 minutes remaining in the 2nd quarter. It's moving along quickly.
So it'll be 1st and 15. Blue Jays at the 36. With exactly 8 minutes to play in the half, as Easton mentioned. 10-7 Rummel on top.
Yeah, you got one back, one tight end. That's 11 personnel. The tight end is off the line of scrimmage.
On 1st and 15. McGinnis is rolling right this time. Stopping, looking, throwing down the field. Jump ball coming, incomplete. Well played by McDaniel as the pass was intended for Loria.
Yeah, excellent defensive back work. Deeper than the deepest, and then make a break on the football right on the sideline and knock it away. Beautiful defensive backfield work.
McGinnis 5 of 9, 57 yards and a touchdown. Second down, or rather second down and 15. It's second and 15. Scoreboard has third down, but it's second down. Rummel running people on the field.
They're going to nickel here.
They went to nickel, that's right.
Second and 15 from the 36-yard line. Quick drop, McGinnis throws outside. That's caught. Big hit. Just a gigantic hit applied right away by Caleb Powell on the receiver Elijah Morgan, who caught it, gets 5 and paid a price.
That was the guy who came in late. Was Caleb Powell. He was a nickel back.
Rick, let me tell you, we talk about Rummel's secondary and all the players in there. When Caleb Powell goes to the game, Rick, he has a tendency to make plays, okay?
Yes, indeed.
That was perfectly played by him.
And Rummel does a very interesting job of getting into their nickel. They take a lineman out. Those 3 linebackers aren't coming
Here
out.
is a 3rd and 10. Jesuit at its own 41 as we approach 7 minutes to play in the half.
I think Rummel better be alert for a
3
little
receivers
screen here.
set to the right for the Blue Jays as they adjust. McGinnis back to pass. Pressure up the middle. Got it off. Down the middle. Tipped and incomplete.
Good job.
And tight coverage again by Denove. Munson was closing as well. Intended for Morgan, and Jesuit must punt.
Very difficult for Jesuit to get the ball down the field. Rummel is taking an approach in the secondary that they're going to keep the Jesuit receivers in front of them.
Yeah.
And then use their athleticism to break on the football, but it's going to be difficult for Jesuit to get the ball down the field. It's got to be short, quick passes and hope that they can.
Both teams have the same punter and kicker. Chanove to punt it away. Wobbly spiral. Munson attacks it. Fair catch taken at about the 29.
Beautifully done that time. That was tough. Having to run up. He's a little too deep to begin with, and he had to run up almost 15 yards, I believe, to pick that one up. So it looked shaky there for a while, but he came up.
It looked very shaky for a while. Okay.
We saw a game. There was a turnover festival earlier today. John Curtis survived St. Augustine 28-26 to remain unbeaten in District 9-5A. I mean, it was unbelievable, the turnovers in that game.
Oh, my goodness.
1st and 10, Rummel at its 30. Single setback. And he'll get the call. Trufant on his own play. Bounced it outside. He's at the 35. Got a block at the 40. Nice block. Look at that block down the field. And a first down. That's Francione. What a block by Francione. Man, that is textbook. That is as good of an open field, sustained block by a wide receiver that you're ever going to see.
But you know what scares me about that block? Every time you see a wide receiver like that block and a sustained block, Coach Gator, you know what you're looking for, right?
Oh.
The flag.
What? I don't know that. Really?
You don't know that. You've been around as long as me. That always scared me on a stalk block, on a block like that. That's a great block. The flag always flies, right? He's holding.
But he stayed square enough he didn't have to grab.
26 yards and a first down to the Jesuit 44-yard line. And an inside zone run. It's wide open. 40, 35. Jackson cuts at the 30. Good open field tackle, though, at the 26. Jesuit tackles well. Against a lesser tackling team, that might be a touchdown. But that's number 10. Evan Loria making the stop in space.
Well, you expect Jesuit to tackle well. That's not surprising. What's surprising right now is how the Rummel offensive line, after being dominated now, is opening up holes in the front of the Jesuit defense. But again, Rick, I think you said something. That Jesuit will have to change their theory a little bit on defense, and they may have, and it's opened up the run game for Rummel.
1st and 10 at the 27 of the Blue Jays. Again, Trufant in the backfield. Takes the snap. Palmer wants to throw. Stops. He's going to throw it down the field. Jump ball coming. And tipped and caught. He caught it. And that's a touchdown. That's Jamar Chase again.
What can you say about him?
Chase. Rummel takes a 16-7 lead.
That was not a very good throw. Jamar Chase does a great job of bailing out Jacob Palmer because this ball needed to be high and to the outside, and it was low and to the inside. So a terrific job by Jamar Chase. He was the one player that Jesuit has no answer for.
Who does?
Unless they exactly this guy. Every time we see him, I'm going, wow.
Yeah.
What a terrific player.
Extra point attempt forthcoming. This is Freebird who's going to try it. So Chris Freebird will try the extra point for Rummel. Snap, spot, kick is on the way, and Freebird has made it. So it's 6:04 to play in the half. It's Rummel 17, and Jesuit 7. This is a different Rummel team this year, guys. They don't sustain long drives. They just make big plays.
Well, because they have big-time athletes, and big-time athletes make big plays like Jamar Chase. Look at him. He's big-time, Coach.
That's right. Welcome to the 20. Anymore. He's got his
that's right.
and he's throwing the football. But that's how smart Jay is in putting his structure together. We know he wants to run the ball. He's racking his brain and trying to figure out, especially how to run the power off tackle game. But he's also clear enough headed that wait a second, we've got a mismatch here, and we've got to take advantage of it. It reminds me very much of a young man that we had, and he's a little bit bigger than Davin Dennis. When we had Davin Dennis at St. James, Davin eventually went to Kansas State and had a great career there. But we would play some teams that they didn't have an answer other than to keep trying to get deeper, and he could play the deep ball better than the defensive back. So sometimes you just got to say, okay, I give up the scheme and throw it up in the air, go get it.
Well, Rick,
Jamar Chase did.
I had the opportunity to see that young man play, okay? And you had a lot of great athletes. He was one of them.
Here's Barrett to kick it off. Musso deep along with Loria. Hits this one better. This one's carrying to the end zone. Boy, he hammered that one.
Yeah, wow.
That's why it makes me wonder if he was trying to hit it short last time and high, but this time he just said, you know what? I'm going to step into this sucker, and he does.
And I think they gave him permission to do that. He was so conscious of trying to place the ball, because that's something you got to be, especially kicking to the right. It's very easy to kick the ball out of bounds if you're not. So he's got all kinds of other thoughts other than mash it.
Coach Gary, let me tell you something. If I have a guy that can kick it off in the end zone, I'm not going to try to tell him to go to the right or left. Kick it into the end zone, we'll take it at the 20, okay?
61-yard plays, kicks in high school are golden.
Yeah.
Trip set right for Jesuit on 1st and 10. McGinnis and shotgun with Pruitt next to him. Snap it, fake it, throw it outside. Caught by Musso, 20, 25, good run. He's up near a first down.
And
well executed by McGinnis and Musso. Going to mark him at the 28, a gain of 8.
Hey, that's their game plan. They're staying with it and having success with the Jesuits.
And they out-leveraged Rummel's defense that time. They had 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Rummel really had only 2 defenders, but one was covering deep. So they completely outfoxed the Rummel defense on that one.
2nd and 2 at the 28. Sounds like Pruitt time to me.
Why not?
Pruitt gets it inside zone play. Hit in the backfield, he'll go down. Thurman had great penetration for Rummel. Glenn Thurman, the first man there, and he had help from Shaheen Reese, who also had great penetration. Dropped him at the 26, a loss of 2. It's 3rd and 4.
Big play for the Jesuit Blue Jays. They need a first down real bad because Rummel has built up momentum. And right before the half, if Rummel can get the ball back and put some more points on the board, it could be a whole different ball game in the second half.
3rd down and 4. Jesuit at its own 26. They go with the 3-receiver set left. Let's see what Rummel does. They'll rotate Munson out there to play the slot receiver on 3rd down and 4. McGinnis, shotgun. Blitz is coming. They throw the slant. It's caught for the first down. Good call, good execution.
Good call.
And a first down to Musso at the 35. They saw the blitz and read it and executed.
Yep, that was a side adjustment off the blitz that Rummel brings the outside linebacker from the defense's right side. The safety had to come over to try to cover it, and that was a classic hot route to the left side of the offense.
Big first down for Jesuit to keep the football at their own 35-yard line of the Blue Jays. 4:56 to play in the half. Shotgun. McGinnis gives to Robinson, trying to bounce it outside. Made a good cut. He's loose. Nice cut again. Robinson still loose. Robinson all the way down inside the Rummel 40 and down to the 38. Jesuits looking for speed. They found it there. Willie Robinson, big play. A first down all the way to the Rummel 38-yard line, 27 yards.
And hey, Robinson came to the game with 24 carries and only 106 yards. He's made a couple of nice runs tonight. Broke some tackles on that run.
That was his first carry. Officially 27 yards and a first down.
He's tough.
Jesuit in Rummel territory at the 38. With a drive alive.
Big 3rd down play.
3 receivers set. McGinnis will give to Robinson. He makes another nice cut, but he gets hit hard by Brule, who was in the hole waiting for him and introduced himself to him rudely.
Excellent job of team defense there, that the point of attack was plugged up. and a great pursuit from the backside. Rummel right now is not respecting whatsoever the running ability or non-running ability of Denny McGinnis. When he gets into that zone type of play, no one's taking him, so they can just chase down the ball.
Rummel runs in Roosevelt White to play defensive tackle on 2nd and 9 at the 37, I formation. And a fake to Pruitt, rolling right, throwing in the flat, incomplete. Boy, that's a good read, though, by Rummel's defensive back Eric Peedy, because he was on it. The pass intended for Marshall Lee, but Peedy made a good job of reading that play.
Peedy did a great job that time, 5'10", only a junior, you know. Really read the play, did an excellent job, bringing up another big 3rd down for Jesuit Kenny.
Which is, again, 4-down territory.
4 down, I was just going to say that. This is 4-down territory right here. They don't need to get it all at one shot, okay?
Yep. 3rd down and 9 from the Rummel 37. Remember the throwback play, right?
Yep.
But it strike again. Pruitt in the backfield, especially to the short side with the 3 receivers right, which is the same kind of formation you saw earlier. Rummel's trying to make adjustments here. McGinnis takes the snap. Rummel's blitzing on the play, and this is to bat it down. What a play. Knocking it down was Aaron Brule as they try to go to Pruitt in the flat. Trying to clear out with the 3 receivers and go underneath the Pruitt. And a great play there by Brule. And it's going to be 4th and 9. And let's see if Jesuit punts it or if they're gonna look like they're going to punt now. Rummel's got to play this honest, don't they?
Hey, yes, indeed.
Jay said,
just like they do all the time. They're punt safe almost all the time.
They said it was a great move by them putting Brule at linebacker.
Yeah.
Because somebody got hurt, Rick.
Yeah,
Brotherton got hurt in surgery. Quick snap to Chenove. Punt is away very high. Fair catch call for. Munson takes it at about the 12. So it's an effective punt. And this is a big possession for Rummel because Jesuit has all 3 timeouts and the Raiders are pinned back. They need to get a first down or 2 here.
Yes, they do. I know y'all were doing the show last night. You and Kenny were busy. I watched some of the Tulane game, and I saw 2 punts like that fumbled by the same guy. Rick.
Yeah.
That could have cost him a game. It did, in fact. It hurt.
Yeah, very, very nicely done there by both teams.
Yeah.
Punt safe, make sure there's no fake, fair catch the punt. But you want to punt the ball to the 10-yard line and make the return and decide, am I going to have to field it or am I going to let it bounce? Really put some doubt in his mind. So beautiful execution by both the punt team and the return.
Jackson is the running back. Raiders go with 1 receiver to either side on 1st and 10. 8-man front for Jesuit. And a running play with Jackson. He's in a lot of trouble. Bounced out of there. He's not in trouble now. 15-20, tackled at the 20. Kind of hesitated there and didn't get to the marker. It looked like it could have been more, but it looked like he was looking for the cutback instead of trying to extend the play to the marker. He doesn't. He gets 8 and it's 2nd and 2.
Rick, how does he bounce to the outside? I mean, this guy, we saw it last week, the same thing, you know? I mean, he just plants that foot and just takes off.
Well, you get the defense caught in their gaps, and then once those gaps are established, you got to make the cut with good timing. I think that's what he has too. He not only makes solid cuts, but he has a great timing.
Rummel might have to call a timeout here. They're just getting out of the huddle with 10 on the play clock. Little confusion. 2nd and 2 from the 20. Jackson is in the backfield, and J. Roth does want a timeout.
Yep.
You could see the confusion from the start there.
You don't want a penalty here.
No, this is a good time to take your first timeout with 2:48 to play in the half, leading 17-7. And Rummel's been the better team. They've been in control in this game thus far, but the last 2:48 of this half is big because Jesuit will get the ball first in the second half. If you're Rummel, your goal here is to go in still up by 10.
Definitely.
And if you're Jesuit, your goal is to stop them here, get the ball back, and score before the half and try to change momentum.
You know, Rick, you and I have coached football our whole life. You know, we've been through games and games. But it's great to see 2 high school teams. You see it tonight, both well coached, both making adjustments, and playing great high school football, Coach.
Yes, indeed.
You know?
And I'm thinking here, every time that we've been together and we say, you know, it's Rummel's goal to get to halftime, Jay usually takes a shot.
Yeah.
You know, invariably.
You correct, Rick. Every time we said.
Here it's 2nd and 2.
And always had worked.
Yeah. Jay's looking at scoring with 2 minutes, taking 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
All right, I'm going to bet you right here he's not taking a shot. He's going to try to make this first down with Kyrell Jackson. Then 2nd and 2. That's just my take.
I think he's trying to make a first down here, but he's going to take a shot before it's over.
That's what the formation would certainly suggest.
Yeah. You got to make a first down first, right? 2nd and 2. Rummel at its own 20. Jackson is the deep back, Traub the up back. He slots right. They're going to run behind him, and Jackson's
here's the shot.
Going to be faking it. And Palmer's going to throw it deep down the field for Walker. Walker can't get it. It's nicely played and knocked away. Incomplete.
Got it, Coach Gailey.
As Christian Marks knocked it away. Well, I mean, you called it.
Yeah.
Now you got to convert on third down, and you also stop the clock for Jesuit. That's the issue here.
Yeah. Third and 2, you got to make. You're exactly right.
But what I saw in the last play, Chase is out here split wide. Number 5 has been rolling up on him all night long, playing him in his face was off that last time. So if I'm Rummel right here, I might just let Chase push off and a little hook route or a little quick out route for the first down, because he's not going to let him get beat deep again.
Right.
Well, stops the clock with 2:40 to play in the half, and if you punt from here, Jesuit's going to get the ball in great shape.
Yes, indeed.
Third and 2 from the 20.
But you're showing confidence in your football team that they can make a first down. So
there's the cover.
Here we go.
At the top.
Yep.
From the 20-yard line, they give it to Jackson. He jumps inside. Oh, he's close. I don't know.
He didn't make it.
I think he's right on it, but it depends on the mark, and if he's short, they got to punt.
I'm looking at the mark. I don't think
he got it either. I mean, he's like the tip of the ball is right close to it. It's going to require a measurement.
I don't know if he got it. A little hesitation at the end. It's going to be close.
Needed the 22. The tip of the ball is right at the 22, but the question is the line marker above the 22? I think it is. But I would say he's just short.
Yeah.
And are they calling for the chains or not?
Yes, they are.
They are. But Rick, again.
Well, it looked like they were.
Well, it doesn't look like it to me. I think a timeout was called.
I see him.
Now here they come. All right, so here they come.
Yeah.
My guess is he's just short. So,
I think he's short.
Yeah.
Unless he got a favorable spot. I think he's maybe half a yard short, let's say.
It's not a half yard. It's going to be not much, but
it might have it. Look at it. Look at this.
No, he's short.
No, it's short.
Tip of the ball.
Woo-hoo. All right,
it's
J-Rod.
a quarter of a yard.
You a gambler, J-Rod?
Go get it.
Well, let me say this. If you had Chase Forcade, you'd go for it and
Oh,
sneak it. I
beyond
just
a
don't
doubt.
know. But you don't take many snaps under center, and Rummel's had trouble with snaps under center in this game. I just don't know that you can afford to do it here in a timeout, Jesuit. But again, not to second guess, but that gets back to the call on 2nd and 2. I just think that with 2 downs, with 2 yards to make to try to at least run the clock out in the first half, you got to just go make the first down.
I agree
situation.
with you 100%, Kenny. I was bringing it up to Rick. 2nd and 2, I'll take my 2 shots to make 2 yards. Okay?
Right, otherwise you'd have 3rd down and a foot right now.
Right.
You like your chances there.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it in my mind. Now,
that's risk reward, right? We said they're a big play team. They went for the reward, took the risk. It didn't pay off, and now you got a huge decision.
Another risk that could
because his offense is still out there. Now, he could very well line up and try to draw them off sides.
He's not going to draw Jesuit.
But Jesuit is not going to jump.
No.
If they did, it would be a huge upset.
Yeah, you're not going to get Jesuit to jump offside. I'd be the biggest surprise of the night.
Right.
Coach
By the way,
smiling, saying everybody jumps offside once in a while, Coach Gailey.
Carell Jackson has 4 carries for 104 yards already in the game. And Rummel will not take a chance. They're going to punt the ball. And,
got to.
And I agree with that. And it's going to be Connor Barrett standing inside his own 10-yard line.
Jesuit brings
Jesuit
10.
will have Ashton Lauria deep, and Jesuit's got 10 men pressing a line of scrimmage.
They're going to come after it here.
They really look like they're coming, don't they?
They're coming, I can tell you.
They back one off.
He's backing off. I still think they're coming. Nope.
Yeah, they're playing safe.
Playing it safe.
Brett's punt is not very good. Wobbly punt, it's short. And a fair catch in Rummel territory. Not a good punt, only 25 yards. And Jesuit gets it on the plus side of the field. And like I said, I mean, you really don't want to second guess, but in that situation, you just wanted to keep the ball.
I agree. You're right about that. 2nd and 2, I'll take my 2 shots to get a first down.
And Jesuit starts on the Rummel side of the field. They've had that, 3 times in this game?
Right.
Yeah. This gives Jesuit a great opportunity to really crawl back in this game quickly.
2:25 to play in the half. Blue Jays with a short field at the Rummel 46, and they have everything in their arsenal.
Rummel's going to need to come up with a big play right here.
2 timeouts for the Blue Jays. McGinnis with the I formation behind him. I think he play fakes here, guys. He does. He throws the slant. It's there. 35-30, 25-20, and dragged down at about the 18. First down, Jesuit. Here they come.
Remember this. Jesuit scores before the half. They get the ball to start the third quarter.
Said that earlier.
I know you said it, but we didn't think we'd see the Jays score like this. Okay, we thought Rummel would run out the clock, but now it's a different story.
29 yards and a first down, and Jesuit's knocking on the door.
Great play action look, and then throwing the slant right behind the play action. Really well coordinated.
Beautifully done. 1st and 10 from the 17 of Rummel. And Pruitt will get it running left. Pruitt, using his blocker in traffic, is going to go down. Good job by Rummel. Munson wasn't going to let him get away.
Doesn't go down easily, though, okay?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't go down easily. Good defense by the Raiders reacting.
and he makes you play team defense because you know you got to make sure there's no place for a bounce, no place for a cutback. He makes you get in your gaps and hold your gaps.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line of Rummel. I formation again, different running back. That's Michael Torrey, who's a speed back, and he'll get the ball on a stretch play left. He's in traffic and down. So they ran to the short side, and there's a late flag. And check that. Tackle was made for Rummel by Zach White, but hold everything with this late flag.
There was a player from each team pushing on each other, and they're going to call. Are they calling it on Rummel?
That's a huge penalty on Rummel if it turns out to be the case.
Normally goes on the defense.
It is. And that'll be a huge penalty. It would have been 3rd and 10 instead. Jesuit's going to get the ball moving forward. And whoever loses discipline there, coach has to do something about that. Can't have it in this situation.
They've been going back and forth with each other at times, but you got to control yourself.
Yeah.
You can't have that.
It's a 9-yard penalty to the 8-yard line.
You can't have that.
That wasn't very much, fellas.
No, it really.
I mean,
I agree with you,
right
Ray. You just step in and tell them to stop. Yeah.
And it's 2nd down and a short 2 now.
You just step in and say enough of that, fellas. You know, in this situation.
It should be 3rd down.
Well, if they said it was after the play, it should be.
And he did.
Faking it, McGinnis. He's going to throw in the flat, incomplete. Well, if you're right, it should be 4th down.
It should be 3rd down.
But what's the situation here?
Yeah, there's one right now. It's 4th down. Look, it's 4th down. Coda's the same. It's 4th down.
Well, I mean, they have 3rd on the scoreboard. The scoreboard doesn't mean anything, but the down marker says 3.
The scoreboard had 3 before the snap. The down marker
Down marker
had 2.
says 3. It still says 3.
It's 4th
and now
down.
the officials are talking.
Yeah, it's 4th
okay.
down.
So if that personal foul was dead ball after the play, it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Yeah, it is.
Mark
4th
Sanji
down.
wants to know about it.
The
It's 4th down and 2.
The scoreboard had it right. The down marker had it wrong.
Jesuit takes timeout with a minute 14 to
4th.
play in the half. Again, the personal foul is not an automatic 1st down.
Right.
It was a 2-yard situation. It should have been 3rd and 2, and this should be 4th and 2. And Mark Sanji takes a timeout. Has 1 left.
Why Rummel is not enforcing it? Talking to the officials.
Maybe because it's already been decided, right?
Yes. If he had a play, they can't change it. Yeah.
Is he signaling 4th down?
Yes,
Yeah, he is.
yes, he is
he
right
just
now,
signaled. He just signaled the close kiss, so that's
down.
4th down.
Yeah.
Why the down marker still says 3rd, I have no idea.
No idea. The guy's not in the ball game.
I mean, and that's a guy wearing red over there. I think he's finally going to change it.
That's the Rummel chain crew.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Seriously. So it is 4th down.
You're not going to get paid tonight, man.
The question is Jesuit going for it or not? If so, that's a big gamble.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Down by 10. It would be a 27-yard field goal. Chanov's a good kicker. They've got to kick here.
Yes.
You've got to get points out of this, right?
Yep.
Chanov will come in.
As reliable a kicker as he is.
He's very good.
Yeah, that's.
Kicking from the hash mark, but he's really a good kicker.
Excellent. So it'll be Chanov from 26 yards. Out of the hold of McGinnis. He is the quarterback. You must respect that.
Yes, indeed. Rummel's in their version of a field goal block safe, meaning that they're covering.
Right. So here's Chanot from 26. Good pass from center. Good spot. The kick is up. He's hit it well, and he's hit it good. So with 1:09 to play in the half, it's Rummel 17 and Jesuit 10. So Rummel paid a price for taking a shot, didn't they?
Small price.
Yeah, it could have been a big one.
It could have been a bigger price.
Yeah. I mean, that we've seen enough that Jay is normally right down the middle of coaching book 101, but he's got some situations that he feels confident can make happen that's off script, so to speak, and that's one of them. And he's been highly successful with it.
2 years ago, he'd have run it, right?
No, that was the first time you and I going, yeah, there's like that's what got me reminding, and the same thing happened last year in a game that we did. So with 1:09 and the Raiders have 2 timeouts left, and Jesuit has been kicking it short, so you could very well get some pretty good field position out of this.
You think, Jay, I guess you became a head coach when you and Al would call a play and I'd overrule y'all and run the ball, and Jay would go, what are you doing, Dad? Why don't you let Rick and Al control this game, huh?
Yeah, Jesuit's been kicking that ball in the gap short. Francione's been the key guy. See if he emerges again. There's an onside kick, a bouncer. Somebody's got to come get it. Guess who does? Francione.
There you go. That's why you got him there.
And let me tell you something, guys. Rummel's got the ball outside their own 35 with 1:08 and 2 timeouts. I don't think they're sitting on it here.
No, I don't either.
I would agree here. They're not going to sit on it. And I think number one's going to be heavily involved immediately.
Yeah. I mean, in this situation, you have to think, what does the defense want you to do?
Right.
Right now, Jesuit would want you to run the football.
Yeah.
So now you can either try to out-execute them, or you can give them a big dose of what they don't want.
Yeah.
Trufant will be the running back. It is a 4-receiver set, so they open the formation with no tight end. Twins to either side, ball on the left hash. Palma, quick snap. Just going to run Trufant inside, so much for that. He gets a yard or two, and Rummel's just going to run the clock.
Let's see how fast they get themselves back up.
Not fast at all. They're just going to run it. I'm surprised, really. 2nd down and 8. Clock ticks to 50 and counting, and Rummel's in no hurry. They just want to run it out. A little bit surprised. I was surprised by the pass on 2nd and 2, and I'm surprised here.
And Jesuit's letting them run it out. You know they're going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
With a little bit of momentum as well. 2nd and 8 at the 39.
Here comes the blitz.
Fake. He's going to throw it out in the flat. Caught by Young. Bo Young to the 40, to the 45. Short of a first down, might be the final play of the half.
Yep, if he wants it to be, it can, and that's
what's going to be the case. They're in no hurry.
He's running in a play real quick right here, Coach Roth. Let's see.
Nope. So the clock will wind down. Rummel might snap it once more. 5, 4, 3 on 3rd down. This will be the final play of the half, barring a penalty. Palma steps up. Running isn't going to do anything. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, you got to throw the ball there.
Throw it down the field.
He gets to the Jesuit 47 for 8 yards as the first half comes to the end. And Rummel leads Jesuit by the score of 17-10 in what has been an interesting, exciting first half.
Indeed.
And we'll see if Andres can run down Jay Roth or not before he tries to get off. So halftime, 17-10, Rummel on top. As the Raiders, he's got him right now. Let's see if we can go ahead and get him. So, Andres, if you hear us right now, go ahead and go down to Jay Roth. Go ahead, Andres. Take it away, buddy. Go ahead, Andres.
Well, Jay's talking over with his staff right now.
I see that.
So, we'll see.
So, as soon as he's ready, we'll go to him, and we'll wait till Jay stops talking and get a question or two in.
How's it going, guys? All right?
All right, Andres. Go ahead, buddy. We hear you.
You ready, Coach? All right, so right now the score is 17-10, and I've been a student all my life at Rummel, and I was wondering, what do you guys prepare for a Jesuit game? Because you've been through two decades worth of games with Rummel, and how is it always special to play Jesuit?
Well, you always know they got a good coaching staff on the other side. They got some hard-playing players like we do, too, so we always know it's going to be a war, as we call it. It's a battle out there.
All right. And as looking at the roster, you guys lost around 30 seniors this year, and this year you're coming out with basically a brand new team. How do you feel about that?
Well, we've gotten better every week, but this is our first real test tonight.
All right, Andres, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Jay. So halftime, 17-10, Rummel on top of Jesuit. We'll take the time out here. We're back with our halftime show in a moment. You're listening to Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM, on the web at WGSO.com, and watching it live at SportsNola.com.
John.
of the homecoming court for the honor they've received tonight. It's always a thrill to be part of that, and we congratulate all the young women that are part of it here tonight at Joe Yenny Stadium. And Rummel has a 17-10 lead in the football game at the break as we take a look at some of the first half stats for you to give you just kind of a snapshot of this game thus far. First downs, Rummel with 8, Jesuit with 6. Turnovers, Rummel has 1. They dodged it. Jesuit does not have 1. Sacks, 1 for Jesuit, none for Rummel. Penalties, 2 for 24 yards on Rummel, 2 for 12 yards on Jesuit. Rushing yards in the first half, Rummel with 145. Would not have thought that. Jesuit with 51. Passing yards, Rummel with 84, Jesuit with 98. So total yards in the game, Rummel 229 yards, Jesuit 149 yards. Individually, Carell Jackson has 4 carries for 104 yards for Rummel. Dwan Trufant, 4 carries for 25 yards. Passing, Jacob Palma is 7 of 13, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns, both to Jamar Chase, who has 4 catches for 67 yards, and the 2 touchdowns, and he's rushed once for 14 yards. Bottom line, get him the ball, right? And then for Jesuit, Connor Pruitt, as tough as he is, Rummel's really done an outstanding job on him. He's got 9 carries for 27 yards thus far. Willie Robinson, 2 carries for 28 yards for the Jays. Denny McGinnis has done a solid job, 9 of 17, 98 yards and a touchdown for the Blue Jays. That was to Pruitt, the 39-yard completion. Bryce Musso, 3 catches for 24 yards. Elijah Morgan, 3 catches for 11 yards. So those are the numbers of the first half, and I think the numbers do reflect the game. It's an edge to Rummel, but not a definitive edge. Rick, it's been all about the big playability of the Raiders.
Yes, indeed. That's absolutely right. And I think it's interesting with Jesuit's offense so far, their first down average is pretty good. They've been averaging 5 to 7 yards on every first down rush. It's on second down that the Raider defense has thrown Jesuit for several losses. So both teams see some possibilities coming into the second half. Jesuit's got to find a way to gain some more consistency on offense, because I've been very surprised that they have never yet driven the ball down the field and methodically, as we know that they're capable of doing. Rummel's held up pretty good with their front so far.
And I think
7, 1, 8, 6, 8, and 19 yards on first down for Jesuit in this game. So it makes your point beautifully. I mean, they've been successful running or throwing on first down, but not on second or third down.
Exactly.
And I think that was Rummel's greatest fear, what Rick just said. That Jesuit just control the ball and take it straight on down the field, running the football, because, again, when you're playing 2nd and 3, 2nd and 1, and, 2nd and 3rd down, that they've lost yards, and that has really hurt them. I agree with it. I think Coach Sones is going to put a stop to that. I think we're going to see a little different with him running the ball more than trying to put it up to throw the ball on second down, because he can run the ball. It's obvious they can run the football.
But if you're Rummel, you keep that 4-receiver set. If you keep loading 3 to one side and Chase to the other side, I don't think Jesuit has an answer for it.
They don't.
You just throw him the ball underneath like a smoke screen. Just get him the ball in space, or just get it to him down the field. Look, the catches he's made down the field, they've been on him. I mean, Jesuit plays deep.
Yeah.
They're waiting for that, but he's such a good athlete that he makes the plays. And the second one wasn't a good throw at all. He just made a great play.
I think he's out there one-on-one. You let him push off real hard and just come back to the football, get it to him, and let him do his thing. If they want to play him off to start the second half, 6, 7 yards off, take 1 step, give it to him in space, and let him do his thing there too.
Right.
So either way.
Yeah, pops, hitches, and quicks. We would call it. A pop is taking 1 step and just popping to him. He takes 2 steps up, 1 step back, catches it right at the line of scrimmage. A hitch is a 5-yard route, stopped, hit him on the break. A quick is a quick out at 5 yards. And if the defensive back decides to get too aggressive, then you take a shot.
What's interesting? What's interesting, guys, is as good as this series is and has been, Jay Raut's 17-7 against Jesuit. I mean, he's really controlled the series. Now, there have been some competitive games, obviously.
Yes.
And the most stinging defeat for Rummel was 2 years ago, and that really ended their reign. And Rummel had an unprecedented chance there. If you go back and look at it, they had a realistic chance of winning 4 straight state championships.
No doubt about it.
Jesuit denied them when Rummel was the best team, and Jesuit beat them and earned the win that night. And then last year, of course, Rummel getting upset as the #1 seed in the Dome by a very deserving Catholic high squad. That's very good again this year. So Coach Roth's been very good against the Blue Jays. It's interesting. Mark Saunders, his good friend, as the head coach at Jesuit in 2 stints, he's 5-4 against Rummel. But while he was at Brother Martin, he was 0-6 as the head coach against Rummel. So
that's why he wound up back at Jesuit.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
I have a better chance at Jesuit than I had at Brother Martin, okay? But, Kenny, you said you've written articles about Jay and Mark. They're very, very close friends. I talked to Mark before the ball game, and he says, Coach, we got to play the game, but it's very hard for me. And Jay and I are very, very close and tight friends. We both want to win the game, of course. He says, but we've coached together at Shaw. We coached together at Jesuit. And, I tell you, you don't know how close it is that Mark Saunders is not in the Rummel sideline right now. Because
I know.
Because if he doesn't take the job at Jesuit in the last couple of years, he'd have come here. Or possibility, Kenny, he could have got the head job when Jay got it.
Right.
Yeah, that was a possibility. Jay could be the coach at Jesuit. That was going to happen either way, okay?
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, the guys are close friends. The symmetry is obvious. The ties that bind are clear. And obviously the games have been fun to watch and always clean and well played, too.
Yeah.
Pleasure to watch these two get together all the time. It was a memorable season in 2014 for Jesuit when they beat John Curtis 17-14 for the Division I state championship. For their first state championship since 1960, their 8th state championship overall, and proud tradition that they have. And I was going over this, and I made a note of this, as you guys saw. 8 players that played at Jesuit over the years have played in the NFL, including Ray Coates, who Easton worked with, and John Pettibon and Richie Pettibon, Steve Foley, who Easton coach, Gil Fennerty, Michael Smith, Corey Hilliard, and of course Debo Jones right now, who is the rookie of the month of the NFL defensively for the first month of the season. Pretty special young player.
When I read this here, Ray Coates, of course I coached at Ray.
Yeah.
John Pettibon, I had some long talks about Jesuit philosophy when I was athletic director. Steve Foley, I coached. Gil Fennerty, I coached against. But Michael Smith, I'll tell you the story. I'm athletic director at Jesuit the first year. I go see how 8th grade play Ferncrest.
Yeah.
I see this guy's running all over the field. I said, who is this guy? It turned out to be Michael Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, I talked to his parents and I said, where is he going to high school? We don't know. We really would like him to go to Jesuit, but I don't know if we can get him in. I said, what do you mean you can't get him in? You're talking to a guy that might be able to help you. I says, tell me about his grades. I don't have to worry about his grades. He took the test. He scored real high.
Yeah.
He comes to Jesuit. Him and I are good friends still. My son Jay and him are very close friends. Anyway, he's coaching over at Arkansas now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Michael. And he comes from a great family, but all these people here I happen to know and know well, but it was unbelievable.
Well, his relationship with Jay explains why Andre Tolliver, Dwayne Eugene, and Briston Guidry are at Arkansas now. So it speaks volumes, and Derek Munson will be there next year. So you get the idea, right?
I get it.
Obviously.
Kenny, that's Paul Wetzel's daughter that is the queen? Is that Paul? I'm looking to see, Rick, is that Paul? It looks like Paul down there.
I can't see that far.
I can't see that far either, man.
But we own Gil Fennerty's condo.
Well, you have. Do you have your game program?
With what? No.
No, I'm talking to Easton. Didn't you have a program earlier? That'll answer your question for you.
Yeah, real quick.
That's what those things are for, buddy.
I know, but I
there you go. Look on the cover, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. There's your homecoming court right there. Look at names. That'll probably answer for you.
Well, we know the name.
Yeah.
Carrie Lynn Wetzel from Archbishop.
I know that, but I'm looking to see.
My bet is you're right, because that certainly looks like Paul.
Yeah, that is Paul. So I thought it was Paul just by the way he walked.
Oh, he can walk now?
Tell you what, Kenny.
And he recovered from that ankle on this field?
I was just going to bring it. The last game I coached at Rummel, Paul Wetzel had a broken ankle the last play before the half. I remember in the locker room, when we had to tell him, Paul, your ankle is broken, you can't go back for the second half. And he says, my ankle is not broken, I'm going back for the second half. I said, Paul, you cannot walk, try to stand up on it. Well, I guess not. He broke it. And tell you what, Rick, I told him, we just ran a low out. It was 9.98. Just want to keep the ball. If you guys cover, we have a shot for a field goal, run out of bounds and take it. But it had just started raining, and he slid, and he went down. Nobody even hit him, Rick.
Wow.
Yeah, just bad luck.
It was just bad luck, and of course, that Ruston team we were ahead 3-0, but they had some talent. A lot more talent than us. Okay?
Talk about some bookend defensive ends. That's what I remembered coming and watching the game, because I was at Tulane at the time. And
well, Rick,
that was some.
We played Russ when I was at East Ascension, the second round of the playoffs. And they were better then with Jack Young and them than what they were when we played here, okay?
Right.
And I remember Larry Daughtry for offensive meeting, man, we're going to get in the spread. We're going to get in the spread and throw because we can't run on them. I says, Coach Daughtry, they're going to line up them animals in front. And my offensive line is going to be, they're going to say, what is going on here, you know? And we protected well the whole night in the fourth quarter to get to our quarterback, Scotty Stafford, who's a great baseball player. They get to him, Rick, the only sack of the night, separated shoulder.
Yep. Oh, boy.
Baseball coach wasn't happy, okay?
Well, the second half will be starting momentarily. Both teams are out, and officials are at the center of the field. Jesuit will get the ball first to start the second half, and that means Connor Perrette will kick it off. His last kickoff sailed, about 4 or 5 yards deep, so let's see if he tries to do that again or if they try to kick and cover. So Jesuit's it's going to be the same direction that Jesuit just went in, so they're going to go from north to south here to start the second half. Perrette will kick in the same direction he kicked one in the end zone last time. So let's see if he can duplicate that. 17-10 Rummel as the second half is set to begin. Ken Trahan, Easton Roth, Rick Gailey on you. Of course, glad you're with us on WGSO 990 AM, but also streaming live video at sportsnola.com. And thanks to First NBC Bank for their continued support to make this happen. Perrette will tee it up right hash as he likes to do. And once again, Jesuit will drop twin receivers deep, including Colin Cullivan and Bryce Musso. Perrette approaches the ball, and the second half is underway. Hammers this one.
Gets it all.
No chance he's going to return that. That's 8 yards deep. So Jesuit will start from its 20.
Don't try to.
Great weapon.
Great weapon it is, Rick. Don't try to kick it to out of bounds or kick it to one guy. You know, hey, I heard Mac Brown say that on TV about 2 weeks ago. The guy kicked it out of bounds on the kickoff. He said, just let him kick it deep, huh? Just get the ball to the 20-yard line.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. Don't outcoach yourself.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. Blue Jays with Pruitt in the backfield. Tight end will be slotted in the backfield as well. Ross Talbot is a lead blocker. Twin receivers left. Rummel jumps, and they throw the flag. Right defensive end was premature. He's in the neutral zone. That's going to cost the Raiders 5.
Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 5. Third penalty on Rummel, 29 yards.
Not a good start.
Not at all.
Because it's Jesuits had trouble driving the ball the length of the field. The Raiders have survived several short fields in the first half, and here giving them 5 yards to start off with puts you behind the chain.
It does.
1st and 5 from the 25. Same formation. They'll run the same play, I'm sure. Pruitt running left. Pruitt banging hard. Still fighting. He gets maybe 4 yards. So, again, he goes into a pile and he comes out 4 yards later. It's 2nd and 1.
But I agree with Rick. It would be 2nd and 6 or 7.
Right.
You don't jump off sides. So 2nd and 1, you know, it's a great advantage for Jesuit.
Little different running style that time. That was man blocking instead of the zone blocking that they featured in the first half, and ran just a weak side isolation play on the linebacker, and a nice surge by Jesuit.
2nd and 1 at the 29. This is what you call a fun down for the offense. You do anything you want. Fullback slots right. Going to fake it. Sure enough, they're going to bootleg left and look to throw. Steps up, flips it, caught. Tight end first down to the 35. Smart move by McGinnis.
Very
smart. As he
smart.
leaked the tight end, Ross Talbot out, his 5th catch of the year as a first down to the 35. A gain of 6.
I tell you, that was an excellent play by McGinnis right there. A little shovel pass right at the very end. Instead of taking a sack, he spotted his guy right there. A little shovel pass, picks up the first down.
Yes, indeed. Very good improvisation. Nice job by the Raider defense on the bootleg, but an excellent job by McGinnis.
1st and 10 at the 35. Snap it, run it left to Pruitt. Pruitt is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and falls forward maybe for a yard.
When we said unbalanced line, you had the center, guard, tackle, tight end to the right. And then you had the twin receivers to the right as well. To the left side, all you had was a guard and a tackle. And Jesuit took a lead blocker to try to balance that up and run to the weak side, the nub side of the unbalanced
Zach White and Jacob Fury on the stop. It's 2nd and 9 at the 36. Twins to the right. Up back slotted that way. Rummel shows a 5-man front, and they're coming. McGinnis looks for the throwback. There it is again, and it's almost intercepted. Reading it all the way and dropping it was Derek Munson. He couldn't have read it any better. Bless his heart. And he dropped it.
That was a big play. Great job by Munson. They read it that time.
Well, a great job, but not a great job to finish. Boy, that would have really changed things.
They had one Raider chasing the quarterback and 4 covering the screen.
Yeah. They were ready for it, I reckon.
They've adjusted.
3rd down and 9 yards to go from the 36. Almost a big play there, but unable to secure it. Munson, who has had a big year again this year. 3rd and 9, trip set right for Jesuit. Rummel playing off. McGinnis wants to throw to the middle. It's caught by Loria. First down and more. Midfield 45. And remember that dropped interception.
Yes.
Jesuit to the 43. When you have a chance to make a play, you've got to make it.
I'll tell you
Jesuit just did.
But Jesuit, hey, that little quick slant pass, it's been Jesuit's bread and butter. When they needed it, it has been there. And Rummel has not come close to defending. There's nobody close to the receiver.
You're lining up in trips. You're taking the 2 inside receivers and running them down the field. And the outside receiver runs underneath them so you get a clear out and an underneath pattern and a really nice job.
21 yards and a first down for Loria. Snap it. Run it inside. Robinson's dumped. No gain. Good play for Rummel defensively by number 99, Glenn Thurman. And an injured Raider. Slow to get up is Deneau. They don't want to lose him.
No, not at all.
2nd down. Once again, the Raider defense is ignoring any type of fake by Denny McGinnis on that inside zone.
Loss of 1 yard on the play. 2nd and 11 from the Rummel 44. First possession of the second half. Jesuit in Rummel territory, trailing by 7. McGinnis the snap. Fakes it. Throws it outside. High throw. Boy, that's dangerous. Incomplete.
Yeah.
Caleb Powell came off the block to try to get to the tight end. Marshall Lee, but boy, he hung that ball up there. That's a dangerous throw.
The main thing with Rummel right now, I think they got to watch a little discipline right here, okay? They almost got another flag right there with Powell kind of jawing a little bit right there on the Jesuit play. The official was right there and separated him, did a great job of separating him there. But again, another 3rd down and 10 for Jesuit.
At the Rummel 44.
Loria has been the guy in this.
They like those slants, don't they? And he split wide left in that slant position again.
It'll be tough this time against this defense, though.
3rd down and 10 at the Rummel 44. Can Rummel get pressure on McGinnis? Haven't sacked him yet. Showing a 3-man rush. They come with 4, and it's a bad snap. But there's no pressure at all. He runs it down. He's looking. Under pressure. Stops. He throws to the outside, and it's caught. And a shaken tackle and out of bounds in midfield for a loss on the play. Could have been worse, but he was able to get it out there to Loria. They lose 6, though, and Jesuit's going to have to punt.
Tell you what, if Rummel had pressure that time, it would have been real bad for Jesuit. I give him McGinnis credit again. He did a great job of feeling the ball, number 1, and didn't panic. You know, he didn't panic. He waited his time, but it brings up a big 4th down.
4th down in a punting situation for Jesuit.
And the Raiders did bring some pressure. They had a 3-man front, but they brought 1 linebacker to bring 4-man pass rush, but the Jesuit offensive line was just so solid inside. Then when the ball was on the ground, you saw outside backers chasing it.
Chanove to punt. Rummel a 10-man front. Are they coming? Munson is deep. Looks like they're coming after this, and they are. Snap, and he just got it off. Fair catch call for Munson. Takes it at the 20. Boy, Rummel just missed that one. Missed it. Jeremy Walker still on his knees. Can't believe he didn't get it. He thought he got there with his speed.
That was really an opportune time to do that. Rummel had not showed that in the first half. We've seen a couple of tweaks, as we would say, here in the second half. And certainly that punt pressure by the Raiders that time was one of those tweaks because they played in punt safe most of the time in the first half.
Rummel starts from its own 19-yard line.
9:03
to play in the 3rd. Yeah, Jesuits had the better field position in this game.
One thing Rummel's not had is good field position. Right, they need a couple of first downs. They have to point out 3 and out. Jesuit had great field position again.
They're going to open up in a tight formation. Look at this. Rummel's got everybody tight. Haven't seen this yet.
Neither me.
Total power formation. Bunch left.
Tight.
Bunch left. Man in motion across the formation. Jet sweep. And Walker's in trouble, but he got speed to get around it. Stops. That's a bad move. It gets tackled. You just got to carry that to the boundary. He could have had 5 or 6 yards instead. But he gets just 2.
But I tell you, give credit to the Jesuit guy who had contained. Because that guy, he doesn't really contain to the outside quickly as he did. Walker would have really turned that corner in a hurry.
Well, that's why.
But he's got to take it to the boundary, man.
Yes, got to keep it. We used to call that the cane field out in the country in
Why you want a cane field?
5 yards from the boundary. There's some place you want to avoid the cane field, and some place you want to run into the cane field.
How with the railroad
Second
track?
and
You
7.
for that too, huh?
There was a gain of 3 to the 22. Going to run Trufant inside left. He's in the dump, no gain. And Rummel's got a 3rd and 7, and they're in danger of going 3 and out here.
Yeah, big mismatch in the Rummel offensive line that time at the left guard position, Richard. At the center position. Whenever they put a nose, it is very difficult for the Rummel centers to be able to handle that, and that's what happened that time.
3rd and 7 of the 22.
I'm looking for number 1.
Well, I mean, you got to think, but again, left hash mark, where do you put him? He's lining up in the slot initially. Now he's going to go to the left side in the slot.
Could be a run.
On 3rd and 7 from the 22. Rummel's opened the second half in tight formations, which kind of surprises me too. Palma fakes. Looking, throwing, bad throw. Way behind Chase, dangerous and incomplete. Rummel's going to have to punt.
This Jesuit defense really has Palma a little shaken up, okay? He's not shown as much poise as he's shown in the first 5 games, Kenny.
Well, they haven't faced a defense anywhere near as good as this.
They haven't faced a team as good as Jesuit.
Barrett's going to punt. He's going to have to stand inside his own 10 again. Jesuit again figures to get a short field, which has been the story of the night. Rummel defense has had to defend short fields all night.
Let's see if they come after it right here to Jays.
10-man look for Jesuit.
They're going to take the field position instead of risking a penalty or roughing a kicker. Here they come, though.
And they just got it off, and Barrett got roughed. The question is it 5 or 15? He's down.
15.
He got crushed.
15.
He got crushed, and he's down, and that's not good. He was extended, and boy, Barrett's an incredibly valuable player to Rummel. Really good place kicker, and obviously on kickoffs and then punts, and he got cut in half.
Yeah, he got hit right in the chest. That is a textbook. That's one they'll put in the officials' manual. This is what
15 yards and a first down. Boy, it's a big mistake by Jesuit, but it's also a crucial moment for Rummel with this kid being down. He does so much for them.
You know, it surprised me 17-10 that came after it. They were going to get the ball right around midfield.
Right.
You know, in great field position. In a great field position they've been having, Jesuit. Eventually, good things have got to happen.
You can see both teams coming out and trying to put pressure on the opponent's punting game, because both teams tried to go for the block on their first punt return. I think maybe he hit his chest on the ground going backwards, and it completely crushed the wind out of him.
Rick, that does affect him with his next punt, right?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? He's a kicker. You know, that's going to affect him, correct?
Based on what you saw on that series, you think Rummel goes back to opening the formation rather than being tight?
I think right here they go to number 1.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They got
That was the
Corral
3rd
Jackson
penalty on
in.
Jesuit for 27 yards. Going to run Jackson on a zone play. Made a nice cut, dives for about 4. Not much there, but boy, he has good vision, doesn't he?
Great vision to come back and just pick his spots, you know?
Yeah, nice little wiggle there. He doesn't need much space, and found a nice little hole in the middle on a direct shot.
They don't have backs with great speed or finishing speed. They have guys that are quick and run bigger than their size and are strong. And now they lost Jalen Sturgis for the year with a broken ankle earlier, the prize freshman. But he's more of a power guy too. 2nd down and 6 at the 41. Quick snap, pitch to the right. Trufant in trouble in the backfield. He's going nowhere, so he cuts back and gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was ugly. I mean, Rummel's offense not looking good at all to start the second half.
Yeah, it's looking ugly for Rummel on offense, but great defense. Not looking ugly for the Jays playing defense. That was solid.
That was a great run for no gain. That was just
Coach Roth wants to run the ball, and maybe a little bit concerned about his quarterback and what he's seen, so he's not trying to put a whole lot of pressure on him. The problem is now you're in an obvious passing down on 3rd down.
Yeah, but
3rd and 6.
Just trying to think the 17-10 lead is going to hold up. I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, you got to score more.
Cole Young comes in from the bench with the play. 3rd and 6 from the 41. Palma shotgun. Jesuit showing blitz. They're coming. Palma has to get rid of it and does. Gets his man Young. He stops, and he doesn't get the first down. What a critical error. You cannot stop there. Palma
he stopped.
Made a great throw, and Rummel's got an injured player. I mean, you can't make a better throw under pressure. Hit him in stride, and he would have had the first down. But he stopped inexplicably, and it's 4th and 1.
Yeah, he's got a punt here.
Of course he does.
He came But, I mean, he had a first down easily made.
Really good throw and catch that.
Really good. Outstanding throw.
And it's a shame because all he had to do was go forward.
Yes.
Or just stay to the side, just run to the stick.
Because the player that tackled him was behind him.
And Rummel's offensive line, which has been an issue to begin with and is thin, now has another injury. Remember, Ken Muir's out with his back injury, and he's probably their best guy. Now they've got another down. I cannot spot the injured player in terms of his number, but it is an offensive lineman. That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Or so it would seem, right?
Yeah, Rummel and them are having a discussion, but they have to punt the football here.
Well, there's your answer, and boy, oh boy. That's Casey Manning, who's just came back 2 weeks ago. He's playing tackle tonight, and they need him desperately. He's played center, he's played guard, and they're going to be in trouble without him. I can tell you that.
You can see the look on Coach Ross' face.
They're down to a third guy because Ken Muir is already out.
Yeah, you can see the look on Coach Ross' face. I can't see him going for it right now.
No heavens, no.
No chance. No, they're going to punt the ball.
You got to punt the
play
football.
Field position for sure. 5:42 to play in the third, 17-10 Rummel. And give credit to the Jesuit defense. They've been really good here in the second half thus far.
Yes, they have.
Rummel was given 15 yards, and that's usually how you take advantage of things and do something big, but they weren't able to do anything.
But again, are you surprised, Rick? No pass thrown in the direction of Chase?
Of course I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm stunned.
Yeah, we've played.
Well, the good news is Manning is walking off under his own power. A little gingerly, but not sure, though, if it's a lower extremity or head or whatever. I'm not sure what it is. So we'll just watch and see how they tend to him.
Jesuit's lining up like they're coming after it again.
Well,
Rick.
they came after it and almost got it. Perret's back in the punt. That's good news.
It's good news, but I know he's thinking about something.
They've lined up with 10 every time.
Every time they have, yeah, and they backed off some.
Perret stands at about his 32.
Good snap.
Punt is away. It's a wobbly spiral. Fair catch on the run. Fumbled, but recovered by Loria at about the 23-yard line. It's a tough ball to handle.
Was it a tough ball to handle on a run like that? Hey, he did a good job. The ball just, on a field like this, a turf field, you look for that ball to move around a little, Rick, but it fell right there in front of him.
This field's a little softer than a lot of other ones.
True.
We've seen a lot of balls that don't bounce and go very far in this.
Rick, remember the old turf in the Superdome? The one was just over the concrete only, nothing else?
Yeah.
When it bounced, it ran forever, right?
Especially if you're going from down grain.
Yeah.
They actually had a grain to it.
You got some bounces, didn't we?
First and 10, Jesuit at its 22. 5:21 to play in the third. 17-10 Raiders on top. McGinnis in shotgun. Takes the snap. Fakes to Pruitt. Throws down the middle. The tight end incomplete. Tried to fit it in the seam off the hands of the tight end Talbot.
Rummel's getting close to picking one off. It'll be a matter of time. Again, Coach Gailey, I'm surprised that Jesuit thrown on first down.
Well, that's a play that I mentioned 2 years ago. Out of shotgun, the zone type of ride and the tight end running up in the seam. So Rummel has been vulnerable to that in the past. But the inaccuracy of McGinnis continues, and I think you're exactly right.
Second down and 10 from the 22. Loria right, Musso left. Twin back standing next to McGinnis in shotgun. Now they split a second receiver left, and that's McGinnis. So McGinnis is split out there, so this is a direct snap to Torrey, and a pitch, and it's on the ground, and it's picked up, and now a throw, and incomplete. And boy, oh boy, McDaniel was looking for the hit, not for the ball. Might have had a shot at that. That was ugly, though, as the pass falls incomplete. Intended from Torrey to the quarterback, or rather to Loria. So it's third down.
Jesuit had 2 breaks in a row here on a punt, and that right there, that could have been a disaster also.
Exactly. That was not really a well-greased operation.
Rummel just unable to get penetration against that offensive line to really
It's big right here.
Play. Here's a 3rd and 10.
And Jesuit has been successful on 3rd and long yards, so let's see they go back to the middle.
3rd and 10 at the 22. Pruitt in the backfield with McGinnis. 3-man front for Rummel. Rummel rushes 4. Steps up, going to deliver down the field, incomplete.
He had him.
Intended for Loria, but he's on the run going left. That's a very hard throw to make.
Very hard throw, but he had a shot.
Very close to the line of scrimmage, but I don't believe that he had passed it when he turned the ball loose.
So Rummel gets a stop, and the Raiders should get it back. Chanot will drop back to punt. Munson will drop back to receive. barring any unforeseen development, Rummel ought to get better field position out of this.
Right. What Rummel has to do right here is not rush. Don't try to block this.
Well, they got 10-man front, and they look like they're coming after it. And they are.
Take the field position.
And got it off, and this is a sideways kick. This is going to the sideline, and it's going to be in Jesuit territory.
Easily.
So Rummel forced Chanove to rush it. He kicks it out of bounds at the 44. Just a 22-yard punt. Rummel gets a short field to work with 4:50 to play in the third, and now it's time for the Raider offense to take advantage, isn't it?
Right, it is. They haven't had any offense per se in the third quarter. It's been like negative.
When you see the Raider punt return team get down and they've got their offhand back
like
ready to
go, huh?
They're coming.
1st and 10 at the 44. Palma's in shotgun. Receivers to either side. Takes the snap, wants to throw it quick. It's there to Francione. Caught at the 38 and decked hard, but he picks up 6. 2nd and 4. That's like a good running play.
That's a very good run play. Very make them defend away from Jamar Chase. Great pursuit. That was beautiful watching the pursuit by the Jesuit defense. But that's a gimme 5 yards.
2nd and 5 at the 39. Jesuit blitzing. Run is inside. Rummel caught him blitzing, and they'll get a first down. Good tackle in space again. That's close to popping, but again, the tackling very good. Jackson gets the first down, but a good tackle by Spires in space.
You know, I'm telling you, you're not going to see a Jesuit coach team come and try to knock your head off and miss you, okay? They're going to come out and do it right, and they're going to tackle you. I mean, that's coaching.
Yep, good
6 yards.
Competitive young men.
And a first down to the 33. Snap it, run it right, Trufant's crushed. Jesuit blitz right into the runner, and Trufant is slow to rise, and they can't afford another running back injury. They're down to 2.
I tell you, they sandwiched him, okay, from the front and the back, okay?
He's slow to get up, but he'll jog off, and he lost 3 yards.
I tell you what, Rick, even if the first guy wouldn't have hammered him, he was going to be brought down from the guy blitzing from the outside.
Exactly.
Because he blitzed and he came straight down the line of scrimmage.
Well, Jay Rod said Troy Baglio does a tremendous job coordinating a defense. He mixes things up probably better than anybody you'll find.
Oh, Jay feels he's one of the better defensive coordinators, period, anyway.
2nd and 13 at the 36. 4 receivers set. Palma shotgun, Jesuit blitzing. Throw is underneath. Bad throw. Tipped and incomplete. Boy, I mean, he had a wide open receiver in Young. And he just threw the ball high.
Hey, he feels that pressure coming. The pressure was coming again. Nobody halfway picked him up. And let's say, when the quarterback feels that pressure, he'll make some errant throws.
But this was a gimme.
That was too easy.
Oh, yeah.
That was an easy 7-8 yards. Yeah.
This was a nickel blitz, and the slot receiver read it exactly right and stopped in the open area. No matter how much pressure you have, that's a gimme.
I agree.
Now it's 3rd and 13, and they're not in field goal, obviously. So this becomes another big play. Tough conversion here. They need the 23. Palma looking. Heavy pressure. He'll be sacked. Back at the 46.
No chance.
He had no prayer, and a great job by the Jesuit defense to defend a short field. 49. Jason Damsowitz sacks on the 2nd sack for Jesuit. And the Rummel offense can do nothing again.
You know, I'm going to say this. Rummel may have to go back, Rick, and just run the football. Run right at it and try it, because passing game right now is just not there.
They certainly have got to keep out of 3rd and long.
Well, but they're also looking down. Looking down the field. I think if they throw it, they need to throw the short stuff.
Yeah.
Here's Perret, punt it away again. Perret to punt it away once more. High snap, got it off. And Perret kick, it's going to be fielded, taken by Loria. He's got room. Get to the 29 and stop there. So, and a late flag.
That's going against Jesuit, yeah.
And a player goes down hard. That's Perret again. Boy, they went after the kicker again and drilled Perret.
I don't hate to say this, 44 should be thrown out of the game. He just took a cheap shot.
I mean, that's really a cheap shot.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot.
Unfortunate to see.
Boy, Saul just getting on him, too, right away.
Perret.
Yeah.
It's a good news. Yeah,
I'm glad to see Mark Saul just telling him, okay?
Yep.
He's not listening to a story, okay?
There's a big emphasis in federation rules, which is what high schools play by, against gratuitous contact. If you're nowhere near the play, even if the play is going on and you're nowhere near it, and you take a shot at somebody away from the play, that indeed is a penalty.
So, personal foul. They put it. It can't be on Rummel.
on Rummel.
They cannot. And now he points the other way.
Yeah.
He can't mean offsetting, can he?
No.
I mean, goodness gracious.
No way. It's
I don't know. So they're going to mark it off, I would suspect, on Jesuit. I think he made a mistake.
He did.
Yeah, that should give Jesuit a long field. But Loria, what an excellent player he is.
He's a good player.
He lulled Rummel into believing that he was going to fair catch it again.
Yeah,
Not
right.
with the finger, but they took it for granted that he was going to, and they had players run right by him.
1st and 10, Jesuit will, let's see where they're going to mark it. They're finally marking off the penalty back to the 15-yard line.
You haven't seen Loria do anything wrong tonight, Coach Galen.
He's an excellent player.
He's a player.
Yes, indeed.
Jesuit starts from its own 15 with 2:21 to play in the third. 17-10 Rummel.
Somebody better get to the wide receiver.
On first down. They're going to run a counter play right. No, a play fake. McGinnis looking. He's going to run it. He's at the 15. Tripped up. Good open tackle. So a good open field tackle there for Rummel. Made by Jones.
But another 7-8 yards on first down.
Well, it could have been a big play. That's
yes, indeed.
Why it's such a good play by Jones. McGinnis for 2nd and 2.
Yeah, excellent job of running him down because, as you mentioned, there was a possibility of a big play there.
So 2nd and 2. 2nd and 3, rather. Run. Pruitt shook a tackle, and he'll get the first down. I mean, he shook a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Gets up to the 27, a gain of 5 and a first down.
He did that under a lot of duress. That was it was a short gain, and yes, he got a first down, but a terrific run for such a short gain.
If you look at this Rummel defense, they've been out there a while. Could be taking a little toll on them.
Well, they played the whole game, it seemed, last week against Holy Cross. They're on the field for what? 30, almost 40 minutes. I mean, crazy.
Jesuit's running from sideline to sideline also.
First down and 10 at the 27. Run Pruitt inside. Nice cut. Bangs forward for 4, maybe 5 more. So Pruitt gets 4, and it's 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the runs we talked about earlier, that it's kind of muddled up in there. There's a pile of people, and it doesn't look like much of a play, but that's right on schedule with 4 yards on first down.
And Rummel should be alert. Number 29, the speed merchants in the ball game.
Willie Robinson.
Willie Robinson's in there right now.
2nd and a minute to play in the third. Have to change microphones at the end of the quarter here. 6. Snap it. Run it with Robinson. He finds space. Crosses the 35. Right near the first down. He gets right at the marker at the 37.
Did his job.
Nice job of running the sweep to the right-hand side. Very patient in finding the seam, and a nice acceleration up the field for the first down.
I think Robinson's really he has great ability to cut back also. But just looking at him, like, you give him any chance to cut back, he'll cut across that grain.
So a first down to the 37. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. And McGinnis will split wide. Again, they got Michael Torrey lined up at quarterback again, second straight play. And he's going to keep it running inside left. Look out. He's at the 40. 45, 50, and Jesuits found something. Torrey with a first down to the Rummel 48. Big play, 15 yards. Move the chains, and here come the Blue Jays.
Last time they ran that, that's, in fact, I think that's the third time, because I think in the first half they ran it. But they ran a reverse last time. It was going to be a reverse pass. This time it was just the power, but they faked the reverse coming back in the other direction, giving a lot of misdirection.
Jesuit might run another play before the quarter expires, might not. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That's the end of the third quarter. Our score is Rummel 17, Jesuit 10. Fourth quarter is coming, and you're listening to Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM and WGSO.com, and you're watching at SportsNola.com.
Play offense or do so when insurance first an auto
And it is 17-10 Rummel over Jesuit. Ken Trahan along with Easton Roth. Rick Gailey, Andres Fuentes down on the field. And the fourth quarter ready to begin here. Jesuit on the move at the Rummel 48-yard line. First and 10 Blue Jays. Snap it, fake it, run it right. This time Torrey's collected by Reese for no gain. So Shaheed Reese is there to make the play. And it's going to be second down and 10.
Rummel doing a very good job of maintaining their leverage in all directions, taking the inside, the outside through their gap control, and the cutback as well. So very well coordinated defense by the Raiders.
Second and 10 at the Rummel 48. Jesuit looking to the sideline as they do on a regular basis. Sticking with this offense. Now it's McGinnis at quarterback, and he takes the snap, gives it to Pruitt. Nice cut back. He's open. First down and more. Jesuit with a real drive and running it at Rummel to the Rummel 36, a gain of 12.
Good job by Pruitt that time. Looked like he was going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. He saw the opening, cut back to the opening, the hole, and picked up a first down. Jesuit on the move. And look at basically Rick Jesuit just about dominated this second half up to this point.
And this is the first semblance of what we would have expected the entire game. This is a real drive here by Jesuit, progressively moving the ball down the field and finding the weakness in most of the plays against the Raider defense. That time it was the inside cut back against an outside blitz.
And they're mixing it up real good too, Rick.
First and 10, snap it, and Torrey's going to be hit. It's Pruitt, and he's dropped. Maybe a yard loss on the play. So nowhere to go there for Pruitt. So they stacked him up. And they stop him for about a yard or two loss at the 38, second and 12.
Really nice play by Brule coming from his middle linebacking position, finding a hole in the blocking scheme and getting into the backfield and running it down from behind.
So second and 12 at the Rummel 38-yard line for Jesuit. 10:20 to play in the game. Rummel 17, Jesuit 10.
Jesuit being very methodical in this drive.
They are indeed. McGinnis, the snap, runs it right with Torrey. The cutback's there. He's at the 30, 25, 20, and inside the 20, and a late flag comes down.
Gonna be a face
and about the 18, and it could be a face mask attack more on.
Really nice job by Jesuit that time of getting a hat on a hat at the perimeter, so that as you stretch the sweep action to the right-hand side, as soon as the blockers got into their defenders, made a very nice cut up the field, and we've seen some great acceleration.
Jesuit just taking over the line of scrimmage and dominating on this drive. And now the tack-on penalty against Rummel.
I tell you, and Michael Torres has been a big part of this Jesuit offense in this drive.
First and goal at the 9. Jesuit looking for the tying score here. Looking really good on this drive. It's 4 penalties, 38 yards on Rummel.
Rummel has been substituting freely in this particular drive, trying to keep fresh players out there.
First and goal, Jesuit at the 9. Torrey is the deep back. McGinnis runs him left. He's hit and dropped for a loss. Derek Munson shot the gap, makes a big defensive play, and it's going to be second down and goal near the 14.
Gotten a pro eye set, and we're trying to run the outside zone lead to the left side of the offense, but a great job by Munson coming underneath the play and throwing it for a loss.
Second and goal at the 14. 9:15 and counting. 17-10. Rummel holding on. Jesuit trying to change that here. Torrey remains the running back. Tight end tucked in left side. Both tight ends in the game because the tight end otherwise in the backfield is Talbot. Here's McGinnis against a 5-man front. Play fakes, rolls right. Under heavy pressure, he's hit and sacked at the 25. And the pressure applied by Aaron Brule.
Got a Raider down.
And another Rummel player down the field.
Beautiful read by Brule.
And that's Andre Denove, and that's bad news.
That's not good. But a beautiful read by Brule on the bootleg look. A beautiful fake inside. Brule diagnosed it quickly, and once again, he's finding those open areas in the blocking scheme to be able to shoot through into the backfield. He comes in the A gap and then chases the quarterback down with great pressure. Beautiful job by Aaron Brule. Now, it's not a coincidence that when the going got tough, the Raider linebackers made plays.
Yeah, they made plays.
Well, you hope it's cramped, but I doubt it. Stretching the right leg out of Denove. Bottom line is, he's really their best cornerback. He's a terrific senior player for Rummel. He is up. That's the good news, but he's going to come out for now.
It's cramp type of, when you're looking at what the trainers were doing, it is cramp type of stretching.
Yeah.
And they really need him in the game, so how long will he be out? Because that's Jesuit will notice that, and you can bet that they're probably going to look to go that way, right?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Yeah, he can't stay in the game. He's trying to stretch it out, but he's got to come out no matter what.
He's going to be out for more than one play.
He's not going to be in anytime soon.
No, I can't see him back anytime soon. Not at all.
So with 8:49 to play, 17-10 Rummel. The sack was the first of the game for the Raiders. Back to the 25 is Jesuit, where it's 3rd and goal.
Now that is
and Pruitt returns to the backfield, and Denove, after trying to jog it off, now is just dragging that leg to the sideline.
That is one of the deeper positions by the Raiders in the secondary, because they don't have to take a linebacker out. So let's see what.
3rd and goal from the 25. McGinnis under center. Fakes to Pruitt, rolls left, stops, throw back to Pruitt.
Got him.
Oh, is he hit? Oh, is he laid out?
What a hit.
Pruitt was absolutely mauled. And it's Shaheed Reese, and it's a clean hit.
That was a good hit.
You could see that one coming.
Yeah.
He was standing. And that's, once again, that's learning from what happened earlier in the game, that you do your job, do things the right way, defend the field. Just a magnificent job, because all the action was going away. The corner drops deep. Boom, linebacker drops it to his drop, saw it coming the whole time. What a tremendous play.
And Rick, he really was at a disadvantage to a receiver. He didn't see what was coming at him. He did not see him. He thought he had clear sailing, and he was hit. I know the Jesuit coach was all over the officials over there, but that was a clean hit.
Yeah, if you hit the guy in the chest,
he hit it. That's where he hit him.
And looking at it here, just a beautiful job.
Right
Boom.
there, yeah.
Yeah, the head was out of contact by the defender, and also there was no contact to the head of the running back as well. So,
no, clean hit.
Yeah, it was definitely.
It really is reminiscent of the one we saw last year by Derek Munson on Bruce Jordan Swilling in the game we did here.
Yeah.
Same thing. He was exposed, waiting on the ball.
Yeah.
And the defender had a full head of steam running at him, and that was a clean hit as well.
He had no chance to even try to get out of the way.
He did not.
He was just sitting there, and he just got hit.
Now let's hope Connor Pruitt can
I hope everything
get up and walk off here. He's such a fine player.
This very, very well could be wind related, because that's a classic knock the wind out of you type of contact.
Enric, normally when you see a contact like that, it's a vicious, solid hit. And normally you don't see a
he's
serious
sitting up
injury.
now,
And
he's about to rise, and he gets a big hand from both sides.
And the Rummel players are clapping for him.
Should be clapping.
Yeah, the Rummel players are all standing there clapping for him. They know what kind of player he is. They have respect for him.
Tremendous respect. The question for Jesuit is, do you try the 42-yard field goal, or do you go for it on 4th and goal from the 25?
I think
that's a long way to go.
Yep.
I would take the points.
You got it? Yeah.
Because the way they have moved the ball and the way they have stopped Rummel, they in good shape. I would take the points.
So at the 25.
Yeah, as good as the Jesuit
they're going to go for it, guys.
They're going to go for it.
They're going for it. 4th and goal at the 25. Biggest play of the game, obviously.
Well, they figure if they complete a pass and Rummel stops and short of the goal line, Rummel's got to drive 90 yards.
Rummel's rushing 3.
4th and goal at the 25. Rummel's playing coverage here. McGinnis should have time. He does. He steps up, and he lost the ball, picks it up, rolls out, stops and throws. Wobbly ball, back of the end zone, intercepted. That's one you want to knock down, but you'll take it. Interception for the Raiders.
Got a flag.
That's holding on Jesuit.
So the flag is down. I think it's on Jesuit. The interception by Jones.
They point toward Rummel.
Well, you got to wait and see what this is.
They're asking Jay whether he wants
the penalty or not. It is holding. He's signaling holding on Jesuit. Of course, Jay Roth will decline it.
Yeah.
So holding on Jesuit. Penalty decline. First turnover for the Blue Jays. Jones the interception.
But you know, Rick, you see that you just saw the replay. When you see something like that happen, a ball goes on the ground, everybody's scrambling. You normally see a receiver, somebody wide open in the end zone.
Very well. That's exactly what I'm thinking. When that ball's getting wobbly up in the air and you see the receiver chasing it.
This has been Rummel's problem all year. They cannot close a game with their offense because they haven't been able to run the ball consistently, and they haven't done anything in the second half. And now they're first and 10 at the 20, and their defense, is worn out.
How many times we've seen offensive line for Rummel just take over a game at the end?
Chase motions left. He hasn't touched the ball in the second half. They're going to run it inside. A little bit of a hole for Trufant, but he's dragged down after just 4. Looked good initially, but got 4.
Yeah, the Rummel offense has been inconsistent. The Jesuit defense has done a
really good
job of adjusting to the threat and has stifled the Raider offense and put pressure on Jacob Palmer to make throws, and he's had a couple of opportunities.
And the Rummel defense better keep lathering up and getting some liquid here.
Yeah,
second and 6.
They better get ready.
At the 24.
They're going to have to save it, okay? I think they're going to have to save it. Now we got
well, can they get the ball to Jamar Chase in any fashion? He hasn't touched in the second half. He's your best player. Give his right, cut back Jackson. It gets 3 or 4. It's going to be 3rd and 2 at the 28. So here comes another huge play.
And okay, 2 yards against this Jesuit defense is not easy picking, okay?
No, when they're expecting to run, it's going to be very hard.
They're going to load it up here. They're going to load it up.
What have we not seen so far? This is the time that you This is the time that you use your best 2-point play.
3rd down and 2 at the 28, 7:15 and counting.
Unbalanced line.
Is Jesuit going to get him ball right back, or can Rummel move the chains? Chase motions. They're going to run it inside left, and big hit. He didn't get there, and Jesuit gets the stop. Trufant got hit and driven straight back, and just a great defensive play made by 51.
Yep.
Hunter Faust just drilled him in the hole and stopped him, and Rummel goes 3 and out.
They go 3 and out. Can't take a chance here. It's 4th and inches, but you got to punt it.
Yeah.
Well, their inability to run the ball when they need to run the ball is if there's an Achilles heel, that could be it for Rummel this year. It's 4th down and less than 1, but they've got a punt. And a tired defense is going to be back on the field shortly.
The strong safety, Evan Laurie, is the one that hit him square up and stopped his forward momentum with help from the backside. Excellent job.
So here's a 10-man front by Jesuit. Are they coming? Snap it. Perrette with time. And he hit it sideways. Completely missed it. And it bounces in Rummel territory. A very short punt.
Hey, after you
20 yards, and Jesuit starts on the Rummel side of the field.
After you get drilled, makes it tough on that punter.
And again, Rummel's defense called upon to defend a very short field.
Right, goes back again. You make the 1st down, you run off another 2 or 3 minutes off that clock. But right now, this Raider defense and this Rummel team's in trouble right here.
Yeah, actually the motion by Jamar Chase brought the strong safety into the box and put him in position to stop the forward momentum. The opportunity to make a 1st down.
And Chenov is not in the game. 1st and 10, Jesuit at midfield. Chenov is walking the sideline. Jesuit a 3 receiver set to the right. McGinnis the snap, fakes it, throws it outside. That's caught. Missed tackle, and not the second time. So a loss on the play. Munson isn't going to miss a tackle when he gets there, as Musso was stopped.
Those types of bubble, and that was the bubble screen where the inside receiver actually runs in a semicircular arc type of route. But it's taking a long time for the ball to get there, and against Rummel, even though you have them outnumbered to the outside, they can outrun the football.
2nd and 11 at the 49, 5:35 and counting to play. Rummel up by 7, 3 receivers to the left. Denove is back in the game for Rummel. Rummel adjusting defensively at the last moment. They're going to throw it out, and it's caught by Loria and tackled by Petey in space at about the 43, a gain of 8.
Very nice throw and catch. That was the same formation where Loria caught the ball coming underneath a couple of series ago. This time he's also the outside receiver with 2 inside receivers. and he breaks it to the outside, and the ball gets delivered on time.
3rd and 3 at the Rummel 43 is.
Now we've got another player down.
Now another run, and guess what? It's DeNova again. He just came back in, and he's trying to play with the cramps, and he can't do it. So that's the answer, and you know that's what it is. So he's still down.
What you do here, Coach Gailey? You don't make this, or you got a 4th and short. You go for it here if you just
this
5
is 4
minutes
down
ago.
zone, yeah.
4 down zone all the way here.
Yes, I think you certainly have to believe that, even though as good as your defense is playing,
you can't take that chance.
Yeah, if it's 4th and 3, you punt the ball. If it's 4th and 1, you go for it.
You got to go for it. You may never get it back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got to believe it's 4 down situation.
Definitely.
Although if they throw incomplete here, and the way Jesuit's defense is playing, I punt the ball deep. Rummel has shown no ability to move the ball on Jesuit in the second half.
Right. That's why. I'm right there with you. If it's 4th and 3,
Yeah.
4th and 3, you punt.
If you run it twice, if it's 4th and 1, you go for it.
Right.
So it really is situational. What Mark Sanji decides to do with his play calling here, and the cramps are a byproduct of a defense being on the field too long again. Much like they were, even in an easy win over Holy Cross, they're on the field the whole game.
Yeah. I think they're going to run it right here on 3rd down.
Well, and that's what Coach Sanji, this 3rd down play call will tell us whether they're in 4 down territory.
Yeah, I mean, 25's in the game. 81's coming at fullback. 25's getting the football.
3rd down and 3. That's Torrey. Lines up at running back.
Well, maybe not. One back
He's
set.
been taking the ball, of course, quite a bit of quarterback tonight. McGinnis under center, 4-man front, wide side, right side of the field, and Jesuit jump. But now it's 3rd and 8. Wow, that's a big mistake there.
Ooh, you don't see it happen very often.
Premature on the play was Fletcher Levine. 5th penalty on Jesuit, 47 yards.
That one hurts.
Yeah, that's highly unusual, but welcome to the wonderful world of high school football.
You never know. You never know what it's going to get you.
Now it's 3rd and 8 at the Rummel 48. Same set offensively. McGinnis wants to throw the ball. Gets a double pass. And here's the throw by Cullivan down the field. Jump ball coming. Incomplete.
What a job.
It was a good throw. Loria diving to the turf. Got his hands on it against tight coverage. And boy, that's a heck of a throw by Cullivan.
I thought it was a great effort by Loria. He almost came up with that football.
Eric Beatty has had an excellent second half. We had mentioned his name very much, but he was a deep safety to that side.
Jesuit looks like they're going for it on 4th and 8, and that surprises me
very much.
Where the football is, guys.
And how well their defense.
Now they got a punt.
Now they're coming with a punt team. They've got a punt here.
They've got a punt and pin Rummel back down and hope they get it for one more series.
Remember, with their defense playing the way they're playing, I don't think Rummel can run for 10 yards in 3 plays. I really don't.
They have it the whole second half.
No. Chenove's going to punt, we think. Rummel's playing totally safe defense here. Good pass from center. Run is away. Wobbly spiral. Fair catch call. Munson took it at about the 18. So once again, the field position goes against Rummel, but it's been that way pretty much all night.
I don't know. I can't remember. Did Rummel ever get the ball on Jesuit side?
Yeah, they had
a couple of times
early,
right?
In the first
short
half.
drive for a touchdown in the first half.
First half, yeah.
But other than that, it's been all Jesuit field position. Now Rummel, who's defined its program with a brilliant running attack, is called upon to try to run the ball, keeping in mind that they lost Manning earlier and their offensive line has been chopped up all year.
And knowing that Jesuit knows it's going to be a run.
No doubt. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Jesuit blitzing. Rummel running. Nice cut by Jackson. Crosses the 20. That looked like a face mask. It was. That's a big penalty there. Jackson had his face mask yanked as he got 4 or 5. And that's a big penalty. Has to be a face mask.
You know, if I was Rummel 2 right now, Rick, the way Jesuit is lining up and blitzing from the edge, I think I'd continue to run off tackle. You know, I would stay inside.
I agree with you.
Yeah, just stay tackle to tackle and hope you can hit it.
You don't want a negative play for sure.
Right, yeah.
That's a 4-yard gain, and if it's an incidental face mask, it's a 5-yard penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 1.
Yep.
6th penalty, 52 yards on Jesuit.
Well, 1st and 1, they should be able to make this in a couple downs, so Coach Galen? You're shaking your head. Huh?
Well, if you had Chase Forcade,
with no doubt about it.
Sneaking. Rummel lines up in shotgun, 1st and 1. At the 27. Snap it, run it inside, and nothing there. And
it might be
I don't know.
I
mean, it's close, but I don't think he got it. I mean, that just nothing there for Trufant. He had nowhere to go.
Yep.
And again, they've lost another offensive lineman in Manning, and Rummel can't afford it. They just don't. They're going to give him the first down at the 28.
So, Jesuit, you wait till about 3 minutes before you start using those timeouts?
Yes. Yeah, they only have 2. So
right, they only have 2 left. I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
That's a big first down for Rummel.
So Rummel just take their time right here. They should not be in a hurry.
No, they should be taking their good old time here.
They should really be taking 25
seconds. We just reached 4 minutes to play. 17-10 Rummel. 1st and 10 Raiders at their own 28. Motion chase. Fake it to him. Give it inside. Nothing there. A yard, that's all. It's window dressing with Chase, and Jesuit knew it. Jackson tackle for a 1-yard gain. And
so Chase is going, man, we're going to get this ball in the second half.
The clock is stopped. I'm not sure why. Somebody had to take time out. Nothing's been indicated yet.
What is
I don't know why the clock stopped.
Yeah.
That's in the official.
They're going to say illegal motion on Rummel declined.
Okay.
2nd and 9.
Well, the clock will continue.
The clock should start to run.
Should start right now.
As soon as he blows the whistle. It hasn't happened yet.
He's got to blow the whistle.
I mean, I don't know what they're waiting on, and Rummel just needs to wait. Why are they not starting the clock?
Yeah,
there it is. All right.
Just wait.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have to. The officials made sure all of them were in sync together, and it's incumbent on Rummel to be able to manage the clock and still make a first down.
2nd and 9 at the 29.
I don't see them making a first down.
I don't either.
Getting the ball to the perimeter. They're an unbalanced line to the left.
They split 2 receivers that way, and now what? A timeout Rummel, I believe.
Yeah, they were confused.
2 seconds left on the
2 on the play clock after all that. So the clock stops with 3:23 to play. You'd like to keep your timeouts to the end if you could, but obviously they couldn't waste
if Rummel
a penalty there.
Happen to make a first down, then it would put a lot of pressure on Jesuit. But from what we've seen,
then you'd force them to take their 2 timeouts.
Yeah, right.
But that's a big if at this point to be able to expect them to make 10 yards. The reason they made 1 first down was a face mask penalty.
Right. How many first downs have they made this half?
Well, I can answer that question.
I know our statistician has it. Yeah.
They made 3 first downs, and 1 by the personal foul penalty, and 1 just now that a penalty helped create.
That's what I'm saying.
So otherwise they made 1 first down. Yeah.
And a big thank you to the WGSO stat crew.
I tell you,
coming up with.
I tell you what, you know what's amazing? how the stat crew got Kenny all those stats so quickly at the half. Rick,
it's unbelievable.
It was like it was nothing to our stat crew here, man. We thank our stat crew, Kenny. We really do.
So it is 2nd and 9 at the 29.
And it is unbalanced line again.
And Jackson's the running back.
To the left.
Where can they run with any success against this Jesuit defense at this stage? Motion chase into the formation. And they're going to run Jackson left, and he got hit in the backfield. Shouldn't have tackled. Going to lose big yardage. Jesuit's all over him, and Rummel's going to be in. They're going to have to give the ball back to Jesuit. There's no way they're going to make this. And a timeout Jesuit with 3:11 to play, they'll have 1 left. It's going to be on the Rummel defense, guys, as Jackson loses 2. Yeah, what else is new?
That formation and that motion brings an extra defender. That's the same thing that happened last time. The strong safety trails Jamar Chase into the box, and he's somebody that's Evan Loria again that the offense can't account for. And tried to bounce the ball to the outside, but the integrity of the defense. We've seen a lot of that tonight with defenses. The ebb and flow of the game, but the coordination, especially most teams' defenses, being able to cover all the threats during the play.
And interestingly, too, the other thought here is Barrett came in this game. He was averaging 40 yards a punt. He's been brilliant this year. But tonight, it's been shaky. It's been a problem.
Yeah,
he's been hit a couple of times. And
he's been hit. It made a big difference. Now, does Rummel take a gamble and throw here?
No. I
would not.
Can you trust him to do it? If you do, you throw a smoke screen to Chase and just try to let him defeat a defender or 2, right?
I would run it.
Guys, he hasn't touched the ball in the second half.
I know that.
And that's just, you've got to get your best player involved, and they haven't been able to do it. 3rd down and 11 at the 27.
And Rummel's unbalanced line.
He's in the slot. Rummel looks like a running play here with Chase in motion right. Same formation, same look, and Jackson gets the ball and finds a little hole, but nowhere near what he needs. He's tackled at the 34. Will Jesuit take its final timeout or not? Yes, they do.
They do.
With 3:02 to play, so that's an eternity. for Rummel to have to defend Jesuit here. As Jackson got to the 34, a gain of 7, but nowhere near a first down. And Rummel's going to have to punt the ball. Jackson does have 124 yards rushing. I think that's what he rushed for last year against Jesuit, amazingly.
He's had a good night.
But in the second half, he's been in.
Rummel's had literally no offense. And the big mystery to me is why Chase has not touched the football.
One way or the other, you just get the ball in his hands. I mean,
some kind of way. Yeah, just some kind of way, get the ball in his hands.
Well, it's interesting because Rummel came out in the second half and they went tight formations.
Yeah.
And I thought their success in the first half was predicated on their opening up the formation and getting Jesuit's players out of the box who tackle very well.
Yeah.
You know, because once again, in putting together a plan, you try to decide.
We got another punter.
Rummel's got another punter in the game, guys. Here's another story right here. So they're going to have to punt with Greg Playa. He has not punted this year. So this is
big.
This is why you practice.
Well, it's not like practice.
So Playa's going to punt for the first time this year, to our knowledge.
He's got to field it first.
Got to catch it.
He did that.
And punt it.
He got it off, and he does a pretty good job end over end. It's fieldable for Laurie at the 38 to the 40, and he'll be tackled at about the 43.
That's it. No, let him go. Let him go.
So 2:50 left. And why does Jesuit still have a timeout on the scoreboard, by the way? Didn't they take it?
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Well, why do they have a timeout on the scoreboard?
Unless they had the wrong number up there prior to that.
Yeah.
But
it makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. When they started the drive, they had 2 timeouts left.
Right.
So now it's squarely on the Jesuit offense and the Rummel defense, and this is kind of what you expected coming in. This game started out strangely. We didn't expect the scoring that we saw early, but this is the kind of game we thought it would be. Defensive struggle to the end. 1st and 10, Jesuit at its own 43. McGinnis under center. Looks to throw, and it's almost picked again. A big chance, but unable to come up with it was Jacoby Jones. He was right there waiting on it, but couldn't snare it.
How many interceptions Rummel could have had tonight, in which they did not have? I mean, 3 or 4 easily.
2nd and 10. That play took all of 4 seconds. 2:46 to play. According to the scoreboard, Jesuit still has a timeout. McGinnis gets to Pruitt. Pruitt cuts upfield, and he's down at about the 48, a gain of 5 yards.
Good to see him back in the game.
And look at Brule getting up. I mean, almost defense tired, no doubt.
Good recovery by the defense. Looked like there was
3rd down and 5 at the Jesuit 48. 2:25 to play and counting. Rummel sideline yelling at Reach to get outside and cover the receiver. McGinnis rolls that way. He's looking. He's throwing down the field, and it's tipped and incomplete. Intended for Loria. Boy, red shirts in front and in back of him. Would have taken a perfect throw. That was a dangerous throw on the move, but it's incomplete, and here's your ball game.
I thought he could have run it for a first down.
Yes.
No doubt in my mind.
He had a chance to certainly turn it up.
Oh, yeah.
But here we go with 4th and 5, 2:11 to play. This is the ball game here.
Well,
it's the ball game if Jesuit has no timeouts left. If they have 1 left, it's, even if Rummel gets a stop, it's not over. But this is truly the game right here. 4th and 5, Jesuit at its 48. 2:11 left.
Got to sprint out, huh, Coach?
Think so. To the wide side, right?
Yeah.
Rummel showing blitz. They're coming, taking a chance, and the pass is caught by Loria for a first down.
What a catch.
To the 42-yard line of Rummel.
What a catch.
What a catch. Slant route by Loria. Great coverage by Caleb Powell. Looked like he had knocked the ball out, but no, secured.
Great job by Loria. Great throw.
Loria's had a great game.
1st and 10 of the Rummel 42. 2:03 to play. Clock won't matter. Rummel needs to stop. It's that simple.
They had their chance.
Running it left side, Pruitt gets to the 2nd level, gets 5 or 6. He's good at that, isn't he?
Yep. They have a timeout.
This is the last time.
Gotta be. I don't know. I guess they only had taken 2 because the scoreboard was wrong earlier, obviously.
Right.
Well, I like that call on 1st down, running the ball, putting the ball 2nd down and 4 yards there, Coach Gailey, which is very accessible for them to make for another 1st down.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you look at the structure of the Rummel defense, that's what is available to them.
Yeah.
Is running the football.
We got 1:49 left. It's 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line. The Rummel defense has been terrific all year, and of course for the last several years, and they're being asked to work overtime again here tonight. And
they have their hands full right now.
And it's been tough. They have been on the field
and
the preponderance of the second half, and I can't count the plays right now, but I will later.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, that was just a great catch by Laurie that time. He was well covered. It was just, he made the catch. He wanted the ball. I mean, he just made the catch to keep Jesuit in this game.
And to throw it right on the mark.
Right.
Rummel took a chance and blitzed and played man.
And the coverage couldn't have been any better.
It's a good job by Powell on the coverage.
Beautiful position, and even was able to swat down at the ball.
Right.
Couldn't knock it out.
2nd and 4 at the Rummel 36. Minute 49 to play. Jesuit now out of timeouts. Pruitt's in the backfield. Here the Rummel fans. McGinnis taking the snap. Pump fakes, wants to go deep in the traffic. Incomplete.
Got away with one.
Oh, they throw a flag on Rummel. What? Wow. That is a brutal situation for Rummel. They were sitting and waiting on that play. And now the Rummel player who made the play is hurt. And that's Eric Petey. And this becomes a survival mode for Rummel with the injuries.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure what this is going to be.
Yeah.
Because the player was going for the football, so you can't call illegal contact.
Well, I don't know, Rick. I mean, you tell me. You tell me. I don't know. Face mask on Rummel.
Face mask?
Face mask.
Going for the ball?
That's a new one from the guy. The official they called it is from behind. Was behind the play. So how he could possibly have seen anything close to a face mask?
Yeah.
Is hugely interesting.
And Petey is up. That's the good news.
I can't see that call.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
And a first down to the 31.
Yeah, because it was 2nd and 4.
5th penalty on Rummel at 43 yards. Fans booing over here, as you might imagine.
Well, Coach Ross not happy, okay?
I mean, it's kind of hard to see a face mask when you're
I've never seen a face
and
mask.
you're waiting on the ball to make a play.
Yeah.
Rummel had the play completely diagnosed with 2 defenders there. But they've been unable to come up with that interception all day, and they've had numerous opportunities. 1st and 10 Jesuit at the Rummel 31 with 1:43 left. Snap it.
Reverse.
Fake it.
No,
throw it.
Reverse
Deep
pass.
down the field. And there's the interception. There's the interception.
Right there.
Jacoby Jones gets it with 1:36 left. And Jesuit is out of timeouts.
So Rummel can run the clock out.
You can run the clock out.
They can if they can execute the snap. Remember, they don't take many snaps from center, and they're not very good at it.
Snaps from center, just take a knee, Coach. Don't hand off, huh?
No. But once again, the one thing that's been a thrill a minute for Rummel this year is taking the center
snap
from under the center.
Yeah.
And once again, their field position is horrible, but that's been the shape of the game.
It doesn't make any difference.
No. If you can take a
Get
snap.
under the center.
Right.
Don't even risk a handoff.
Well, no, they're not going to.
It's getting the ball.
It's a matter of getting the ball from the center.
I know.
They have fumbled 6 snaps from center this year.
I've seen it.
You were there.
And they've changed centers, 3 times?
Yes.
1st and 10. Rummel at the 5. Jesuit crashed in. Should have been a flag, it appeared to me. They were premature. But did they throw a flag? I didn't see
one.
No,
there's no flag.
The clock is running. And they gave up 2 yards there. They can't give up much more, guys. 2nd and 12 from the 3.
Back up, Jay. Get way far away. Oh, he's over here. Good.
Yeah.
He can't take the snap.
He's over by Jay Roth. He can't take a snap yet.
That's what Jay is telling him. Hey, don't go back.
Yeah, and they blew that whistle to reset the play clock very fast, guys.
Yeah,
minute left here.
It usually
7 on the play clock.
Takes 11 to 15
Palmer's
seconds.
taking his time. Takes the snap, takes a knee, but he can't go much further back. So he gets knocked down at about the 2.
Well, it's over.
Not yet. They're going to have to snap it once more.
That's all right.
So it's 3rd down and 13 from the 2. They're going to have to snap it one more time.
That was 18 seconds.
Yes.
So that was Yeah, one snap and it's
One
done.
snap and it's done, and Palmer knows if he can just get this snap, take a knee at the 1.
The offensive
Even if he
line-
takes a knee in the end zone, and it's a safety, there's going to be hardly any time left.
Offensive line's got to run a quarterback sneak and wedge it out, not accept the blow.
Palmer takes the snap, takes a knee, and that's a winner for the Rummel Raiders. What a gut check win for Rummel. Their defense just would not let them lose. Rummel defeats Jesuit 17-10. Raiders to 6-0, 3-0 in the Catholic League. And Jesuit to 3-4 with the defeat here today, and the Blue Jays dropping to 1-3 in the league.
And Rick, you know, we said it was a matter of time that Rummel would get an interception. They had so many chances at it. You know,
I just wish they wouldn't have waited right till the very
end. But you know, this is a well-played high school football game between two great institutions and two teams that are extremely well coached. And you look at it, one team lost, one team won. In my opinion, I don't know there's any losers walked on this field tonight.
That's exactly right. I just like being the red winner tonight.
Well, yeah, for sure. It does make a difference.
But
of
no,
course.